the wicked temple kingdom of Babylon the Great, but before that, we'll face to eat and give all praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahushai,
Rakta Yahushai,
Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahweh,
Rakta Yahushai,
Rakta Yahushai.
The water,
The water, the water, the water.
All right, when it gets water, we all thank and praise it to Yahweh Yahushai, put the spirit on us, come out here week in and week out, prophesy, and we come in the spirit of prophecy, which is the testimony of Yahushai. All right, and we give double honor to the elder apostle, I create Milton, who will, and citation to Aki, and I put to the truth across the four corners of the earth, to the spirit and power of Yahweh Yahushai, to be a hopeful elect. At the end of the day, it's all about the elect. At the end of the day, that's it. All right, and when the world inwardly called God, the true name is Yahweh. And that's the true heavenly, the name of Heavenly Father is Yahweh. All right, and when the world inwardly called Jesus Christ, which is the only begotten Son of Yahweh, his name is Yahushai.
That's right.
All right, that's the true name of the only begotten Son of the Lord is Yahushai. Okay, and we're out here with the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Indian. All right, which are the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel, and those who have been scattered among all across the earth. All right, amidst the other nations that look like the other nations, that speak the language of that land.
Right.
They line and lineage go back to the children of Israel. All right, to the belief of faith. All right, at the end of the day, it's all about faith, not about science and paperwork. All right, it's all about faith at the end of the day. Okay, we're gonna kick off to it, man. So Donald Trump just signed a $175 billion deal, all right, for the Golden Dome missile defense system, and that's not gonna stop the what's to come. All right, and what's to come is the missile, the ICBM missile that destroy Babylon the Great, America. All right, it's already been set up in prophecy, it's already been predestinated for America to be destroyed by fire. All right, so there's nothing that can stop it. So what Donald Trump is doing is just a waste of time. All right, it's futile. All right, which means it's not going to sustain itself. Okay, because prophecy has to still take place. All right, that's why you look at the time and sequence of the event. All right, line up with prophecy, you'll know that the defense system is nothing. All right, because all they're going to lead to what? In order for the missile to come, it's going to lead to what? The lake of fire, with the ultimate judgment that can be brought upon down on Babylon the Great for 2/3 of the people and the wicked. All right, in the scripture.
Well, this is Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 1. It says, "And the word of the Lord, Yahweh Shai, came unto me, saying, Son of
right,
man."
with the prophet. All right, in this case it was Ezekiel, but now we're taking on the same word. All right, because we're the prophet at today. All right, instead of Jeremiah 28:8. All right, the prophet of before. All right, prophesied against many great countries of war, pestilence, all right, and earthquake. And that's what we're doing today. All right, we're taking the word of the prophet and being ordained by the Holy Spirit to come out here and prophesy all over again.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
Yep. It says, "Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach."
Right, that's the area of the region, all right, the ancient Japhite was dwelling there. All right, but today people there, or the so-called white people, the Edomite, would occupy that land as known as Russia. All right, read it.
Yep. It says, "The chief prince of Meshach and Tubal."
It's their chief prince. All right, and through the spirit of the elder apostle Tahar brought this out, how Russia means chief prince. All right, the Rush in the Hebrew for chief is Ra'ash. All right, and then you got Shai, S-I-A, in the Hebrew is Shar, which is prince. All right, with Ra'ash Shar. All right, chief prince. All right, and that's identified as Russia today.
Yep.
All right, so it's all spiritual why the name Russia is what it is today. All right, because they're the one that occupy that land today. All right, let's not talk about the ancient Japhetic people.
Right.
All right, talk about the people that occupy that land today.
Right.
All right.
Right.
Go ahead.
That's right. It says, "The chief prince of Meshach and Tubal,"
right,
"and prophesy against him."
And that's what we're doing. Cause, hey, Russia's not it's safe. All right, Russia's not off the hook as far as prophecy. All right, but they're going to captivity as well. All right, don't get it twisted. They're still the Edomite at the end of the day. All of Edom are going to captivity. All right, but you still have a role to play in the prophecy and get America destroyed. All right, go ahead.
Yep. It says, and say, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh.
Right, this is the Lord's word, man. Thus saith Yahweh BAYATH CHAASAD. All right, this is his plan. All right, we're out here to tell you, to warn you. All right, just to tell you and proclaim you among the Gentiles.
Yep.
All right, and this is what we're doing among the other nations. Hey, y'all, y'all have part of the prophecy, and that could be y'all gonna be ultimately destroyed and put into captivity.
That's right.
All right, go ahead.
That's right. It says, and say, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh BAYATH CHAASAD, behold, I am against thee, O God,
Right.
the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws.
Like turning back to what? As a great nation that was before, as known as USSR.
Yep.
All right, and that's why they reclaiming some of the land. All right, like hence Ukraine. All right, and also their military powers. All right, also through the ICBM missile, they have the best military weapons on Earth right now. All right, they have a more of an advantage than the United States does. All right, and through Operation Paperclip, yeah, both Russia and United States got sidestepped in Germany after the fall of Germany, after World War II. But the Russia got the best of them. All right, go ahead.
Yep. It says, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields.
All right, that's the Lord assembling the battle.
Yep.
All right, how it speaks about much of the battle. All right, it's the Lord turning this all up. All right, put in the mind of these different countries. Real quick, get Joel 3 and pertaining to the Gentiles. The Lord's the one that's turning all this up. You got time? You have to go back and turn it. All right, the Lord's the one that's turning all this up. All right, that's why they heavily invested more into military as opposed to agriculture and industry, so to speak. All right, so at the end of the day, the Lord has put all these nations together to destroy them.
That's right. You see that conflict going on too over there in the Middle East with Israel and Palestine. So the Lord is stirring up that spirit of war in the earth right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like you mentioned, Russia and Ukraine. So all these things is going to lead into Babylon the Great, aka America, going over there too. You know what I'm saying? And that's when Yahweh Shai is going to return, and when all those nations are gathered, the Lord's going to just wipe those armies out. Man.
Yep.
Yeah. There's Joel 3 verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
Right, with the other actual other nations. All right, all the nations outside of Israel are actual Gentiles. All right, go ahead.
Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up.
Right, and that's why everything being mobilized to that hot region right now, the so-called Middle East, all right, which is Western Asia, all right, which is known as Minor Asia. All right, that's the minor part of Asia. All right, keep going.
Yeah, beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears.
Right, so basically get more into gearing up weapons and weapons of war.
Right.
All right, that's all these countries are heavily invested in nuclear missiles. All right, all these type of missiles, cruise missiles, but ultimately ICBM missiles. All right, that's the end game right there. All right, go ahead.
Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
And that's why they got these missiles now. All right, the weak they are strong. Now America don't have an advantage on all these other nations no more.
Right.
All right, and now if everybody put on an equal playing field, of course they're gonna have more missiles. Yeah, but guess what? They're not the only one with missiles. That's the point. All right, you get the power of missiles and not expect no type of retaliation.
Right.
And guess what? Even one nation drop a nuke on America, that's still a great loss to America.
Right.
All right, so there's no more disadvantage for America. I mean, advantage that they had over the other countries.
Right.
All right, now everybody's on an equal playing field. All right,
Yep.
jump to verse 10.
Yep, this is back in Ezekiel 38, verse 10. It says, thus saith the Lord, Yahweh BAYATH CHAASAD, it shall also come to pass that at that same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought.
Like the Lord could put it in his mind, put in the president Q, and he told that at that time to do what? To get ready for war and shoot missiles on America. All right? Because evil means bad times. So bad times to come to America. America to get invaded. All right, all that's gonna happen to America. It's there like a time like never before.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Yep. It says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages.
See, and that's talking about America.
Yep.
So this Golden Dome defense missile system ain't gonna do shit for America. All right, the property-wise, America is still gonna be known as an unwalled village. All right, all that shit, investment you're going into, all that military upgrade, all right, the satellite weapon, all that shit, they ain't gonna stop the missile that comes to America. Point blank, period. All right, the missile's still gonna get shot off, and it's still gonna come here and hit America and burn this whole fucking land up.
Right.
All right, America can't stop what's coming. All right, this is how about child program.
Yep.
All right, you can't upset property. All right, nor you can delay it. Everything's according to his power. All right, go ahead.
Yep. It says, I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely.
Right, the people, hey, these people here in America trust Esau military, man. They really think Esau military is all that. And it's really not. All right, there ain't nothing great about American military no more. All right, the American military have become weakened. All right, all this bullshit with the Transformers and all these women coming into the ring. All right, and also the weapon they have. It's all shitless compared to other countries, especially Russia. All right, and then China, you can't forget of China either. All right, so America, real quick, Isaiah, what is that, 30? All right, or is it 31? Talks about the Egyptian horses of flesh. 31.
Yep.
So ain't nothing that that can stop prophecy, man. So what to come, and these people have no idea that you're a weak nation. All right, you have been lied, and basically you have been distracted by the media, by social media, by fucking sports. All these things distract you to realize that America ain't shit.
Yep. And you in a quagmire, man.
Yeah.
A circle in a drain.
Yeah.
That you are an economic slave.
Yeah.
Shit, the fuck?
People at the Lulu.
Yeah, you in La La Land, man.
Yep.
Got you working every fucking day.
Yeah.
And you're getting taxed on that. When you make money, you getting taxed on that.
Yeah,
It's just a pretend world, man.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You got a house, you pretending like you own the house.
Right. Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
But like the brother is saying, it's all part of prophecy.
Yep.
That's the edge that Most High is giving his men. You know what I'm saying? To get the understanding.
Right.
Yep.
But we got to still go through the trials and tribulations of it.
Yep.
So we get a thorough understanding and a thorough education.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
It's Isaiah 31, verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses.
That's America. All right. They trusting basically the infrastructure.
Yeah,
all right,
the system.
Like the automobile, all that stuff that America have, but they really don't produce nothing. It's just that what they have. All right,
Right.
that they trust in. Go ahead.
The facade of it, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Stay on horses and trust in chariots.
Right, horses is like a car, truck, automobile, all right, the airplanes and stuff, chariot, cars. All right, go ahead.
Because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong.
Right, you see sometimes you know like those infographic videos, animation to show you how much America, how much like weapons and truck and plane they got across other countries. Yeah, there are many, but they're not strong though. Why? Because they're not gonna have the backing of the Hamas outside when that comes.
Right.
All right.
The average male out here, man, they soft bodies.
Yeah.
They're not hardened. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are out of shape. Everybody's depressed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're not battle hardened, man. This place produces nothing but confusion.
Yeah.
This place was a setup for real manhood, because a man is supposed to be a man of war.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A disciplined man. This place pushed forth a vibration to be undisciplined, man.
Right.
You know?
Sure do.
But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel.
Right. They'll look onto how about outside, not realizing that he controlled everything, and ultimately he got the power over everything. Right? One angel just wiped this whole bitch out, man. So they don't understand the power and the magnitude and level that Yahweh Shai operates. All right? And the angels.
And that's real deal with Israel. Because our people, you know, got brought here in captivity through different generations, have been indoctrinated. So they actually trust in the system. I think there's hope in the system. That's what that's talking about. And to forget about their past. Well, the Most High is changing that now. A lot of people are waking up slowly but surely, like, yo, this is not my culture. This is not my language. Been totally indoctrinated here by the colonizer, education, and all that shit. This is the colonizer money. And ultimately, the prophets is out here to let you know what it is. So that vibration is being pushed through the prophets, through Yahweh Shai Shai, real men. You know, go ahead.
Never seek the Lord, yet he also is wise and will bring evil and will not call back his words.
Oh man.
And the Lord, he ain't going back on that, man. The prophecy still gonna come to pass. All right, speaking about Jacob's trouble, he about to
exactly.
Oh, you know what? I changed my mind. I had to change the heart. Nah, a lot of you niggas just fucking get rolled over.
You get wasted.
Y'all niggas get rid of a bullet. Y'all niggas get blow up. All that shit go on in the so-called Middle East come to here to America, but on a far larger, greater scale than you can fucking imagine.
That shit is brutal over there, bro. You think you're having a bad day? Look what's going on in Gaza, man.
You ain't gotta worry about going to the hospital.
Bombs dropped on you.
Up. You know, and then you got that lady walking by herself. They just fucking drop a missile on her. See that? So America ain't gotta worry about shit like that. But it's coming soon.
Coming soon.
That shit's coming very, very soon. Y'all people ain't gonna have a fucking clue how to operate, how to deal with it, or even what to do. Y'all people have no fucking hope out here. Y'all are hopeless out here. Like that video that ended up earlier in the week on TikTok. Like, look to the comment, man. These people are ready to give up. They ain't got no fucking hope. So it's gonna be good for the Lord to take you out of your fucking misery. All right? But it'll be by fucking violence, though. Right? Y'all niggas are wicked at the end of the day.
There's a lot of people too that's caught up in all those woes. That's why they're so oblivious to what the hell is going on in the world as a whole. But some people are so in that fucking hamster wheel. People don't even have time. People don't even have to take time out to see what the hell is going on around the world. Because all those things that's going around the world is going to affect the whole fucking world, man. You know, because all that, like the brother's saying, all that shit that's going on over there, like that spirit is going to come over here, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because people are already on the fucking edge. So whatever event that takes it to that next level, where these people go out here in these streets and it's total anarchy out here, it's total lawlessness, people are going to fucking really lose it, because people are already on the brink of snapping, you know? And people, you know, when people get in that survival mode, all that neighbor shit, all that shit gonna go out the window, man.
There's reported over 60% of Americans are paycheck to paycheck on survival mode, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's increasing. So why the hell y'all ain't snapped yet? But the Lord is in control. Yahweh Shai is in control, man. He's saving it. The people out here about to lose it, man.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Check out this book called The Secrets of the Federal Reserve, man. That this place been infiltrated fucking decades ago. With the financial structure, how the credit system was set up, the banking system set up by the Rothschilds, James Rothschilds, and the ones that oppose them, you know, they got them out of there. Everybody else that came after are agents for the Rothschilds. All the different presidents and all that shit. You see? So it goes back to Jekyll Island, that plan that was made. You know? So you're dealing with a currency that has no value. That they print on a daily, how many, whenever they print it, it has no value. But you gotta break your back, work crazy hours to keep that money flowing so you can have a roof over your head, pay these fucking bills and a bunch of bullshit. Bunch of bullshit. So we know through prophecy, this is all according to the Most High's plan. So this place will be destroyed. But before he destroyed this place, he got to expose it on all levels. Then he got his men out here, the soldiers, being enduring this shit. Like, damn.
Yeah,
Damn, son.
And that tell you the state,
You know?
like you just mentioned, that tell you the state of the currency, when you have to work so many hours just to make an amount for that's sufficient for you to pay your bills, man.
Right.
Because you know this generation is the most overworked generation.
Yeah.
No generation in this society has been overworked as this generation, man.
Right.
You know, like people gotta work fucking
13
80
hours.
or damn near 80
60
hours a
plus.
week just to stay afloat.
60 plus, yeah.
Yeah, bro, just to stay afloat in this damn place.
That's why they don't know what's going on. Like you saying earlier, they caught up in the hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Because they got these moral thoughts of bills. Oh yeah, we got to pay our bills and all that.
Right.
We got responsibilities, but we know that the Lord eventually is going to take care of that.
Right.
So we got to do what we got to do to meet those obligations. Because we need our lights on, need our water on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we're not going to overwork ourselves. We're
Right.
like, what the fuck, man?
Right. And we watching. We seeing what's going on in Earth. And that's why we know we close. That's why we can speak in confidence that, man, this place is out of here. This place is done. Like the brothers mentioned earlier, that's why these other nations are getting that spirit of boldness upon them to speak against Babylon. Because America is not at that state that it once was. We had all the power and had all these nations in fear, man.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord is like the brother said, he's exposing this fucking place, man.
Yeah. Lifting up the skirt.
Yep.
Uncovering the thighs.
Right.
You know?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, more, brother?
Yeah, should be one more verse, right?
More, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of evildoers.
Yep. Our people are about the evildoers, man. Right? They say even have to pass the need of the wicked. Our people are wide to do wicked out here, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah, bro.
Because they are plants in this machine, right?
Yeah.
Keep it going. If you notice, all the so-called top-notch, so-called Jake, they're here to keep. They like gatekeepers to keep our people down, man.
Yeah, man.
And guess what? All that money they got, they came in and helped their own community.
Can't,
man. It's against the contract.
Right. Yep.
Come on, man.
That's right.
There you go, man.
All your top actors and athletes, nah, they can't. Because that's Esau's money.
Yeah.
Dealing with his financial structure.
Yep.
That's his shit. That's not your money.
Right.
My money at, man. That ain't your money, boy. Sit your ass down.
Right.
This is what you're going to do for me.
Yeah.
If not, I'm going to whack your ass.
Yeah,
I'm going to expose you.
And they will put a plant by your side, which will be a woman or best friend.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Sure will.
That's how that shit gets down, man.
Yeah.
Two kings can't sit on the throne.
Right.
Exactly.
This is Esau's world right now, man.
Yep.
You see? It's all your favorite actors and athletes, man. They're just part of the motherfucking game, so to speak.
Yep.
The prophets are the glitz in the matrix.
Right, brother.
Everything is according to the Most High's plan.
Right, brother.
You under illusion like you got free will. Yeah, you have to get up and go take a shit. You're not going to shit on yourself. You got to get up and take a piss.
Yeah.
But how everything is planned, how it's going, that's how it's supposed to go. What is written,
Right.
that's how it's going to go.
Right.
How your life is written and planned out, that's how it's going to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's biblical.
Yep. Sure is.
Right?
Yep.
And against the help of them that work iniquity.
Oh, man.
Now the Egyptians are men.
Those that work iniquity, you're dealing with the secret societies.
Yep.
And their God is, scriptures say Lucifer.
Yeah. Yep.
But you know that means a light bearer, but it's dealing with Satan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They worship Satan. They worship Baphomet.
Yep.
And they go back, they take on the customs of the old world, the old religion. High level of witchcraft and satanic practices, man. Yeah, right? Some heavy stuff going on out here, man.
Now the Egyptians are men and not the Most High.
Right.
And basically, they're on two different levels, man. Men are just flesh, right? They're not on the level of how much our time is power.
Right.
All right? True power, real power.
Right.
All right?
And the modern day Egyptians dealing with Esau right now. They're the modern day Egyptians.
America.
Yep.
That's why these people think that America's so great, because they look at the military, they look at the military path and what they got, not realizing that, hey, what you come up against is on a far higher level than you can even imagine or fathom. Right. All right. You dealing with the all-powerful being, man.
Right.
Oh yeah.
For these Egyptians are mere humans,
Mere humans, Americans are mere humans.
not the Most High.
Yep.
Right.
Their horses are puny flesh.
See, their horses are like, look at these things fall apart and break down.
Yep.
The colony got to be maintained and maintenance.
Yep.
All right. When it comes to the army of the GMS BAYATH CHAASAD, the angels operate these so-called UFOs with the chariot of the Most High. Those things are man, they don't need to be maintained or nothing. All right, they operate on a whole different level, man.
Fourth dimensional beings and vehicles, man, that can operate under the water, in our atmosphere, out of space. You know what I'm saying? Esau's pretty much saying Esau's power is limited. His horse is dealing with his military might, his technology and all that. It can break down just like that. It can be taken out just like that from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It has a time limit to it. A time span. That's why they got to constantly upgrade this, upgrade that. But it can never get to the power, get to the level of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua and the angelic forces. That's what we worship, and that's what we fear, man. That's where we can get our inside information from. Because us young men out here, nobody out here but one brother out here listening, and it's the top knowledge of the whole planet, man. Especially if we out here with the 12 tribes chart. But like brother was saying earlier, people are distracted. You got the P. Diddy trials going on. You got the playoffs with the Knicks and shit. Tory Lanez. You know, all types of stuff is going on to block these people's minds. Because this is only for the elect.
That's right, bro.
All right.
You know, all that bread and circus. Everybody talking about Kendrick Lamar tour. He breaking all these records. You know what I'm saying?
Shit that doesn't mean nothing.
And, you know, and here it is. You got a lot of war going on out there in the Middle East. That's in the scriptures. That's biblical prophecy. That's a major prophecy getting ready to take place over there, man. You know, and Babylon the Great, America. All hell's getting ready to break loose in this place, man. You know, and people know something's up, man. You know, because you got all these people doing all these testimonial videos on how they noticing things, you know, they can't get ahead. People can't get ahead. People giving up. People living in their cars. You know, people doing vlogs from their cars, man. You know, you had that R&B chick. She used to sing with In Vogue. She came out and said she's been in her car for 3 years, man. You know. So that shows that also is exposing how, you know, that facade of these celebrities. They make it seem like they got all this fucking money. They live in a luxurious life.
They not.
And then you find out these motherfuckers is fucking broke. You find out a lot of them, the contracts they signed, they
sign their life away. Sign their bodies away. That's why they got, especially the females. Halle Berry, old ass, still dressing like a slut. They got go through all different plastic surgery like Kris Jenner. That's a straight up witch. That bitch should be, I think, in the late 60s now. Old ass pussy. So when I look young, that's witchcraft.
All right.
It's gonna get worse, man.
That's terrible. You wanna know how old a woman is? Look at their hands, man. Their fingers, man.
Giveaway.
There's a giveaway. This is an old bitch with a fat ass. You don't like me? Nah, man. Fingers, man. Look at the fingers.
They hide that face, but they can't hide that hand.
They can't hide that hand.
Your collagen is slipping.
Man. Still got the varicose veins all down. You're like, oh, what the hell I'm sleeping with, man? That's why it's not wise to be going out and getting drunk, brothers. You don't know what the hell. Especially nowadays. You don't know what the fuck going on, bro. Keep a sober mind. Go ahead, bro.
All right. When the Lord shall, when the Lord shall stretch out His hand, both he that helpeth shall fall.
Right. I mean, you already know what's gonna happen when they're gonna try to fight against the Lord, man. All what they perceive with dust and smell of smoke. See, that's the end game right there, baby. That's what's gonna happen. There ain't nothing gonna stop. He thought he got nothing. He had no type of advantage over the Lord. All right. He forget that the Lord is the one that blessed him with these things. All right. Blessed with the weapons and technology to do these things. All right, you think it'll give you something to beat him? Come on now. No, that's just all to show the power of the Lord.
Right.
All right.
And he also did it the puff up Esau, man.
Yep.
Like he did the Pharaoh of old.
Yeah.
You know, hardening his heart.
Show his power.
Because Esau having all these things at his disposal, that's what makes him proud. That's what makes him think he's above the Lord. Because he's able to do all these things. But like you said, the Lord put the Spirit on him to do those things to fulfill prophecy.
Yep.
You know, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's all about the prophecies, man. You know?
That's right.
Go ahead, bro.
And he that is hoping, that means help.
Yep.
And he that is hoping shall fall down, and they all shall fail together.
Yeah, you know, they're all gonna fall together, man.
Yep.
He thought all his shit gonna come to a crumbling, burnt end. All right?
And all the nations join with him.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
2/3 of our people.
Yeah.
So he got that one general and that's going against Abraham Tory. What's his name?
I think General
Langley. Yeah. Fucking total sellout.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
the reason why they wanted to take him out, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because he got the gold and was using it for himself. No, that's a damn lie.
Yeah.
That's a damn lie, man. You always use your own to take you out, man.
Yep.
And Esau used his own to take them out, each other out.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, I was on my way up here. I was listening to that to the brother Ariala. He was doing the video. And he was speaking about how Esau uses the media to push that propaganda. Right. They push a narrative. They'll demonize somebody. They'll demonize this person to the masses, to justify them, you know, going to war with that person,
Right.
or that country. You know.
Yeah, he's been doing that.
Yeah.
It goes all the way back to tactics of Saddam Hussein,
Yeah.
Osama bin Laden. They push forth that false narrative.
Yep.
Yeah, and people fall for it.
Yep.
Because it's called television programming. It's a program.
Right.
They controlling that. So if you don't know what the hell is really going on, you're gonna fall for that shit.
Right.
Same thing how they did 9/11 and all that stuff.
Yep.
Justified to go into Iraq and all that stuff. That's part of his agenda.
Yep.
He's a war machine.
Yep.
You know?
That gold, man.
Yeah, he's a master criminal who's ruling the earth, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Massive empire.
Yeah, man.
There's a precept. It's Isaiah 13, verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them
Join unto him. You got
shall
2/3
fall.
Two-thirds of our people join onto the system, and his military forces, and his police forces, even working for the goddamn IRS and shit. Lord, and the child support system. Lord, gonna kill your ass, man. You're gonna get judged. And then these other nations that join forces with him, you know, he's gonna get judged.
Yep. Like all that league and alliance.
Yeah, made an alliance with him.
shall fall by the sword.
Yep.
Right. The ultimate sword was the mental.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's what Yahweh Shai said, I think not. I come to send peace on earth.
Right.
I came not to send peace, but a sword. To judgment, man. All types of carnage. Maximum carnage, man.
Right.
You know? I got something real quick, if you don't mind. Isaiah chapter 51, verse 1. Isaiah 51, verse 1. I'm sorry. Jeremiah 51. Jeremiah 51. Yeah, you just read Isaiah 51. What the hell?
No, you read Isaiah 13.
Oh, okay. Jeremiah 51, verse 1. Thus said the Lord, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, against them that dwell in the midst of them, against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me, a destroying wind.
That destroying wind, what? The after effect of the ICBM missile hitting this place. All right? That's what's going to come upon this place. Once the ICBM missile comes, it's detonated, and then you have the clouds roll together, and then you have that destroying wind. All right? They take a sweep the plate like a bezel. All right? Like you sweep and you keep on pushing and pushing. That's how the plate can be destroyed. That destroying wind will destroy this whole land from the east coast to the west coast.
Yep.
All right?
Yep. Verse 2. And I will send unto Babylon fanners.
Right, Americans. All right? Talking about Americans. Babylon talking about Americans, man.
Fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land.
Right.
Right? For in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about. those fanners or those other nations with the nuclear capabilities. You know what I'm saying? And the subheading for this, it says severe judgment of God against Babylon and revenge of Israel.
See? So that means hey, for all the things and atrocities that they have committed against God to the children of Israel, this is one of the reasons why they can be destroyed. All right? Among many of reasons. Go ahead.
All right. Verse 3, against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow.
Right, with the other nations, you know, with the silos contain those missiles.
Yeah, that have nuclear capabilities. Those missiles, I mean, those nations that have nuclear capabilities, just say it like that. Yep. So all these nations that got nuclear capabilities, they're going to shoot their missiles on Babylon.
Right. Yep.
Right. Against him that bendeth, let the archer bend his bow. Against him that lifted himself up in his brigandine. All right, that's the cache of weapons they got. That's why Iran was showing off their missiles and all that stuff, right? And spared he not her young men.
Like, everybody can get destroyed out here.
Yeah. Those are going to get drafted.
Yep.
You know,
they're not going to return back to America. All right, they all died over there in the so-called Middle East.
Destroy he utterly all her hosts.
There you go.
Damn. All the armies. That's what that nuclear destruction is going to do, man.
Yeah, bro.
Thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Those that's not covered under the blood of the Lamb going to get wasted out here.
Right.
Man, woman, and child in these streets.
Right.
In these ghettos. You name it, man. These projects.
Yeah, bro.
You understand?
Yep.
In these major cities. These inner cities.
Yep.
Totally wasted, man.
Right.
Verse 5. For Israel had not been forsaken.
Right. So Israel not going to be forgotten at the end of the day through the elect.
Yep.
Redeemed. All right.
Right.
We brought back to their own land.
Right.
Israel.
Start off by this word going out.
Right.
And the gathering of the saints.
Right.
144,000. 1/3 will include women as well.
Right.
Children, bros with their families, you know, believers, however it goes.
Right.
Right.
That's how we know we're not forsaken. Because we out here with the 12 tribes chart, all the 12 tribes. And we can thoroughly break down those tribes because it makes proper sense.
Right.
Especially dealing with the whole situation with the Northern Kingdom that came over here around 722 BC. How did those indigenous tribes end up all the way in South America?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The tribe of Naphtali, all the way in Central America, the tribe of Zebulon, the tribe of Issachar, the tribe of Asher, all right, dealing with the Brazilians, all right, the Argentinians, the Chile, the Colombians, Uruguay, Paraguay, all right. Who else down there in South America? That's pretty much it.
Salvador.
Then you're dealing with Central America, El Salvadorians, the Panamanians, Honduras, Costa Rica.
Yep.
All right. How do people end up there, man?
Right.
Right.
The so-called Mexicans, Guatemala.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Right.
All right. Then you got the Native Americans that dwelt over here in this land.
Yep.
So now, according to prophecy, we know what happened to them when Esau came into power and the great devastation and judgment he brought, because you know Jake was going off eventually.
Right.
So we able to link it up through the scriptures, man.
Right.
Right. Then eventually, what the Most High brought the Negro tribes,
Right.
Judah, Benjamin, Levi from the west coast of Africa.
Right.
Because why? We fled into the interiors of Africa,
Right.
Asia, Europe, from the Roman persecution around 70 AD. Some brief history.
Yeah.
All right. And eventually, a lot of us settled. And you can look this up online. Negro land, the west coast of Africa.
Right.
A cartographer mapped that out.
Yep.
And the information is online. Still to this day.
Right.
The kingdom of Judah. So on and so forth. That's how a lot of Negroid tribes came to the Americas, the Caribbean islands. Because you got to remember, Jamaica was not totally populated by the tribe of Benjamin. You had the Arawak Indians there and all that, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Before what happened, when you know the conquistadors damn near wiped them out.
Yeah.
The island of Hispaniola.
Yeah.
Those mainly the what you call the indigenous tribes, the Spanish-speaking tribes were living there. because they weren't speaking Spanish originally. We just say that. They're speaking different dialects of Hebrew.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why we're able to pinpoint everything. It makes proper sense.
Yep.
You see, we're the only people out here that's been so heavily divided, gave with different flags.
Yeah.
You got motherfuckers speaking different dialects of Spanish, but you're Puerto Rican, not Mexican. But these motherfuckers understand each other when they start speaking Spanish.
Right.
So like, wait a minute, what the hell?
Right. Yep.
It makes sense. Even the certain food that we eat, especially from the Caribbean, and then everybody has some form of flatbread, right?
Yep.
The so-called West Indians, you got to call it roti. That's a flatbread. All right. Then Issachar have what? The tortillas, the flour corn tortillas. That's a flatbread.
Yep.
Judah got what? Pancakes.
Yep.
That's fucking flatbread. What the hell? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So they're like, well, wait a minute. Then over there, this one sect of Benjamin, one of the drink is called sorrel. Sorrel is a maker, bros. It's a maker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So it links up.
Yeah.
It links up. Then you dealing with Jake going off in heavy idolatry, and then you go into the Book of Kings and say Jake was making cakes for the Queen of Heaven, and that cake that was making is a cake for Tammuz, and they put a cross in that fucking cake, which is a bread, hot cross buns. My sect of Benjamite make that shit every fucking year around with Easter, bros. So it's like, yo, we're not dumb. We know what we're talking about. It makes perfect sense when you put it together. We are those people. We are the Israelites, man. All right? And guess what? Esau been knew these things. So now I'm going back to the point, Israel has not been forsaken. The Heavenly Father is bringing us back, man. Yeah, through the spirit of prophecy.
Yeah, not no fucking foundational black American.
Yeah, man, you out your fucking mind. If you grew up in New York, these major cities, man, you'll figure it out. If you grew up in Chi-Town, because Chi-Town got they got Issachar out there. I guess Ephraim is out there too, right? You'll figure it out. You go from New York, we figure like, yo, man, we the fucking same people. You know what I'm saying? You from LA, the same shit. You got Judah, Zebulon, and Issachar out here. You're like, wait a minute, man. You know? So the Lord is gathering the elect.
Right. That's right, bro.
Gathering the elect, man. So going back, it says, verse 5, for Israel had not been forsaken, nor Judah of his God, the head tribe, the so-called Negroid tribe. All right? Of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. So by us going off in our land, that's what happened to us. We got put in captivity. You know what I'm saying? We got chased out of our land, man. The first nation to go was the Northern Kingdom by the Assyrian captivity. Got taken out that land. That's in the Book of Kings. So you gotta know your history.
That's right, brother.
You understand what I'm saying? Because we've been sent to these schools, and the colonizer taught us all this bullshit. That's why a lot of us never really was able to settle down in school, because shit ain't make no fucking sense. It's bullshit.
That's right.
Getting in the fights, getting in trouble, getting your ass whooped because you're getting C's and D's.
Cutting school.
Cutting school.
That's right, bro.
The fuck? And it resonate with your spirit. Because we are in captivity.
That's right.
This is not a fucking language. You gotta go to these jobs, you gotta, hey, how's it going? Put on that fucking front. You gotta speak on. That's why I'm a truck driver. I can cuss, fucking fart, do whatever the fuck I wanna do, man. I'm being in a fucking office. Hey, how's it going there? Gotta kiss ass and shit. Gotta change my voice. You know what I mean? But some Jake, they can handle that. Everybody's different. But this is not our language, man. This is not our rest.
That's right, bro.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to school, go through different degrees of so-called education just to get a job. Go work for this damn system. Just to get a job.
Gotta prove your indoctrination.
Yeah, you gotta prove you're thoroughly indoctrinated. You're not a threat. You see?
Meanwhile, the super rich, they don't need those fucking degrees. They inherit. They have an inheritance. They pass down from one generation to the next. You know what I'm saying? It's only the people out here that's under that illusion that you you need these things
Yeah.
in order for you to reach a certain level here.
And then you get
Right.
put in major fucking debt.
Right,
You go to medical school, this school, student debt, man.
right,
The fuck?
right. You making all that money
Yeah.
to pay all that shit.
Pay all that shit back. So you're in a hamster wheel still.
Yeah.
But you're educated, man. I got my education. Can you help me with this debt, please?
Are you
Fuck.
educated? Figure it out.
Figure this shit out. It's crazy, man. What the fuck? Right? It says, read it again. For Israel had not been forsaken, nor Judah of his God, of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. Where is our land? This ain't our land.
Right, right.
All right?
Right.
You got heathens in our land right now.
Yep.
So they getting blown the fuck up.
Right.
You know? Sucks, but damn.
Yeah.
They heathens, bro.
Gotta go.
They gotta go.
Yep.
Said, flee out of the midst of Babylon, deliver every man his soul. Yeah, you're not talking about leaving.
Right. Not
Get on a plane. I'm gonna go to goddamn Bahamas and try to hide out. It's a spiritual fleeing, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta come back to the most side.
Right.
Number one, this thing is based upon faith.
Yep.
It's all about faith, man.
Right.
Just believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, continue in his doctrine, follow the commandments to the best of your ability.
Yep.
High holy days for us men that know we gotta come out and teach.
Yep.
Right.
You gotta come out here and teach, man. Present thy body as a living sacrifice, man.
Right. Right.
Give this your best shot.
That's right.
This is all we got out here, man. We
right.
have no power. We're not sovereign.
Yep.
Right.
They ain't got nothing here belong to us, man.
Yep.
Nothing. All right? Flee out of the midst of Babylon, deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in our iniquity. You can't
Right.
get caught up out here.
Yeah. Don't be a part of the judgment to come.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
caught up in that because America is what it wants you to sin and commit
Yeah.
iniquity.
Right.
So what to come is the result of people plowing iniquity.
Yeah.
Right.
Said, fuck it, man. Only live once, man.
Yeah,
Ah. You know what I'm saying? One life to live, man. That shit.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
The Bible said totally otherwise, man.
Right.
That's right.
Totally otherwise.
Yeah,
The wages of sin is death.
Right.
Right.
And the Lord will give you over to those reprobate spirits. You get caught up in all kinds of shit.
Yeah, bro.
You get locked up, you in there with some real monsters, bro.
Get a
Yeah,
beat
yeah.
up.
Get a yo, bro. It's a you gotta fear the Lord. That's what we out here, man.
Right, right.
We get it, like hell no.
Right, bro.
Put our best foot forward and
Yeah.
stand in the Lord, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we ain't perfect, but we trying our best, man.
That's right. And we see the benefits of serving the Lord.
Yeah, man.
When you giving over to your flesh, you giving over to this world, it's gonna eventually it's gonna lead to your destruction.
Yeah.
Like, look at Jake, look at Diddy, man. All the time, you know, he thought he was untouchable, man.
Yup.
You know, he got caught up into his flesh, all that lust, all that sick shit he was into.
Sick ass shit.
And look at him now. Look at the state that he's in now. His name is fucking mud.
Mud now,
All
man.
his family was going to the
Somebody
whole
trying
world.
to take another black man down. He sold his soul, man.
Right.
When the scripture talk about selling your soul, what profit a man if he gain his a whole world and sell his soul?
Yeah.
And the one in Luke goes even in depth, man. Get it real quick.
Sick of that shit.
Yeah, you gotta be a real sick,
Right.
twisted motherfucker.
I'm sick of motherfuckers saying trying to bring another place.
Man, shut up, man. You tripping, bro.
Shut up, man.
You
What the
tripping.
fuck he doing with other
He sold. He totally destroyed a lot of Israelite souls, man.
Yeah, bro.
He was a gatekeeper.
Yeah. That's right, bro.
Gain the whole world. Let's type in gain the whole world.
That should be in
That's
You
why.
get it, Todd.
That's why you notice some people that went with Bad Boy they didn't go nowhere
Right.
because they didn't want to further participate in that shit, and they got
Yeah.
the fuck away.
Yep.
And the one
Prophet
that
of
did
man.
made it,
Yeah, I got
hey, you see what they did?
Is the one in Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
It's
ahead.
Luke 9:25. For what is a man advantage if he gain the whole world and lose himself or be cast away?
Yep. What is the advantage?
Ain't no
You get cast away eventually.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the one talking about what profit a man if you gain the whole world. What you get out of that?
That's
Nothing.
a mark.
It's in Mark, yeah.
Yeah.
What you get out of that? You're a demon.
Right.
Yeah.
I think I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We saw video charming.
Right.
You playing with the snake and so you're like, oh, he bit
Yeah.
me.
Right.
But, hey, you know I was a fucking snake though.
Right. That dude, Kid Cudi, which he a demon. He said, he said Sean Combs is like a Marvel supervillain, man.
Oh, shit.
I was like, hell yeah.
Hey,
He's a supervillain. Yeah, yup. He's a nigga is a demon.
There's a Matthew 16:26. For what is a man profited if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? That's a question.
Yeah. What do you get out of that? Because to lose your own soul, mean he's an Israelite.
Right.
He gotta go against what the Most High is engraved in us.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta go against the laws and commandments of Heavenly Father. You gotta be a real satanic nigga.
Yeah, bro.
You mean like this dude, he can do whatever on a certain level, but only to his own people.
Right.
Only to his own people.
Yeah.
He can't do that against the real enemy.
Right.
So what profit it, man?
That's right, bro.
What profit that dude? That's
right.
why he's in a predicament.
Yeah.
Totally abused that young lady, Cassie, which she lost.
Right.
What you do? He got pissing in the bitch mouth and all kind of sick. Then they got some dude, some escort dude that can't understand that nigga name was the Punisher. I was like, what the fuck? You niggas is sick. The Punisher.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that?
Punishing his ass.
Like, what the hell is going on, man? This shit that was coming out, man. I was like, yo, this is ill, man.
Him and Cass, they both made for each other.
Yeah, they sick, man.
Yeah, bro.
She's trying to play anything but you're the part of that.
was
That's,
part of
what,
that
that's what
shit.
society teaches you
Yeah.
for a woman to be a fucking victim. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, man. You was
Scripture says otherwise. A wicked woman shall
giving
give
to a portion
to a
of a wicked man.
Yep.
You see?
There you go.
Like, they supposed to be sorry for that. Damn, bro. So this ain't it. That was it, brother.
There's more. Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
That's it. That's it. What shall a man give? Some people give up that fucking glory hole. Give up their, you know what I'm saying? They give up their children. Give up their parents. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. And we got a conscience.
Yeah.
Here we do.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be, you gotta turn it. You gotta become a psychopath.
Yeah.
Become a psychopath, man.
Yeah.
Totally embodied with the demonic entities, man. And them demons are turn on you, man.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, have you losing your mind, bugging out? Because Satan has a time frame on you, man.
Yeah.
He don't need you.
Yeah. You high and dry.
Yeah, he leave you high and dry.
That's right, bro. That's why the scripture say this is not a rest. This place is polluted. It shall pollute you with sword destruction,
Yeah,
right,
man.
yeah, right.
You know, because in order for Jake to get those so-called riches, they gotta defile themselves.
Yeah.
They gotta pollute themselves,
Yep.
man. That's where all
Heavily.
these sacrifices come into play, you know?
Yeah.
Them giving up their body and all that, defiling themselves.
Yeah, eating all types of shit, man. They eating poop,
Yeah.
eating human beings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, drinking blood, all types of wicked ass, fucking some Greek shit, man. Like,
Homosexuality.
yeah, man.
Yeah, bro.
So going back to verse 6 and finish over verse 7, give it back to you. So flee out of the midst of Babylon, Jeremiah 51:6. All right, dealing with Israel, the elect.
Yep.
Can't get, stay in the mind state of this place and the lifestyle.
Yeah.
This illusion this place push on you, man. It's bullshit. It's going to destroy you.
Yeah, basically captain from the Matrix.
Right, detach
But you still
yourself.
gotta work at stuff, but
Right.
not be emotionally connected and involved in
Yeah.
this place.
Fuck that shit, man. And deliver every man his soul. Every man his soul. Your soul is on the line here.
Yeah, that means you gotta worry about your own
Yeah.
self. You can't worry, oh, my best friend or
Yeah.
my brother or
My
my
mom,
mom. No,
my family.
Your salvation is for yourself at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. That's why these bodies are known as containers, man. They're just holding these spirits.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? All spirits are from the Most High. And when you die, all spirits goes back to the Most High.
Right.
And it's Paul having an account on that in Corinthians. That when you die, you must stand before the Most High, man.
Yeah, yep.
How you gonna stand before him in your spiritual form?
Right.
You see? The brothers know what I said? When we die, all must stand before the Most High. Things in Corinthians somewhere. All must stand before the Most High. That's how serious this is, man. Because when you cross over, your spirit goes back to the Most High. You get to see everything. It said life flash before your eyes. And you stand before the Most High, man. And judgment is set. You don't know when you're going to be sent back down or whatever. It's in the spiritual realm.
It's 2 Corinthians 5 and 10.
2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10. All right?
For we must all appear before the judgment seat
Yep.
of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
We must all appear. Even the heathens, man.
Right, yeah.
Even Esau. So if you know you're going to die one day, what the hell you should be doing? fearing the Most High, serving the Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Right.
So you can guide you and protect you in this fucking evil ass realm we living in, man.
That's right, bro.
Shit is crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That everyone may receive the things done in his body.
Yep, in this flesh.
That's right.
This body is just a container.
Right.
Go ahead.
According to that he have done, whether it be good or bad.
Yeah, that's it. Nobody gets away.
Yep.
Nobody gets away, man.
Right.
That's it. So flee ye out of the midst of Babylon. Go back to Jeremiah 51. Deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity.
Right.
For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance.
Woo. Yeah.
Hey,
See?
Lord, bring it, man.
Yeah, if you
You want to be
hear,
a part of that?
but if you hear this word and it take, man, you might as well repent, man.
Yeah.
Get your ass, highways and byways, get down to the camp, do what you got to do, man.
That's right.
The Lord about to bring it out here.
That's right.
You know?
Seek ye the Lord while he may
May be found. Hey, they talking about mega earthquake 9.0,
Yeah. Man.
tsunami, all types of alerts going on the West Coast,
Yeah.
and that might be the end of California.
Yep.
Cause when that shit happens, we're gone. Us brothers, we out of here.
Yeah.
Serious, my brothers gonna be pilgrims. We're not gonna be in the state no more.
Hell no.
We're done.
Yep.
The elect has been sealed up. Heavenly Father, we done our job. Where are we going now, man?
That's right.
I had a dream like that, man. Like it was total chaos. And I was like, damn, it might be from that fucking earthquake.
Yeah.
Hopefully that shit happens, man.
Right. Hell yeah. Right.
bro.
Cause that's it for the economy out here. It's
that's it.
martial law, all that shit. It's done.
That happened.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Say, hey, man, we almost out of here.
Right.
Right? Verse 7, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Right, basically, hey, the Lord has set up America to push all this bullshit, the iniquity, the atrocity, the philosophy, all that stuff. All right, it's spoken of in Revelation.
Yeah.
Basically, the other country committed sin with her. Hey, the Lord set America up to do all these things here on the earth.
Yep. So prophecy can be fulfilled.
Right.
That's the insight we have.
Yeah.
This is prophecy being fulfilled. Holy shit, man.
Yeah.
That's right.
What? You know?
Yeah, all this.
Yep. This is for Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man.
Right.
Right? That made all the earth drunken. It's on a spell.
Yeah.
Be drunk, you on a spell.
Yeah.
Everybody's bugged out of their fucking minds.
Yeah, bro.
The Matrix, indeed. You had that whistleblower that came out that said that, bro. They Esau know this shit. He said, pretty much you in the Matrix. Everybody's on the illusion that you have free will, but you don't.
Right.
There is a God. He said that shit.
Yeah.
He talking about the chariots. You know, they know.
Yeah.
They know.
Yep.
So all these things the Lord allowed us, his men to bring it out to you on the forefront through the scriptures.
Yep.
Right.
But you gotta have the Holy Spirit with you, man.
Yeah. Yep.
For you have a thorough understanding, and you be like, damn, man, what the hell?
Yeah.
For you to teach this word.
Yep.
Like The Matrix, the actual movie.
Yeah.
When Neo got woken up, it's like, no, man.
Yeah.
Because you had them thoughts.
Yeah.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's your beginning stages, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Because you've been so attached to this world. You got this job, you got this going on, you got it's like, damn, what the fuck I'm gonna do? That's when faith kicks in.
Yeah.
Right, bro.
Shit.
Yeah. For real.
Right.
So there's stages to it, man.
That's right. Morpheus was speaking about that for the longest. Everybody looked at Morpheus like he was crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
Just like us, people looking at us, oh, I ain't gonna have them guys crazy as hell.
Yeah,
Right.
man. Exactly. Just like Noah.
Yep. Yeah, that's right.
Noah was crazy.
It ain't never rain.
But yet in the news,
Right.
the nigga Trump talking about a nuclear war. Like, what the fuck? Did you guys hear that?
Right.
They didn't hear shit. Motherfuckers don't hear nothing.
Right.
You be sitting there with a family relative, like, did you hear that? The motherfucker be snoring and be sleeping. The Lord will purposely do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm talking about, I'm a witness to that shit. Last I was in New York having a conversation with my aunt, and some shit came on TV. I was like, aunt, did you hear that? She's taking a nap. I ain't hear nothing by it. Taking a nap. I'm like, what the fuck?
You were not wrong about nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most I block people's minds, man.
Yeah.
With that golden dome, people just went over people's heads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See
You know what
that?
that is?
So So you have a special unction from the Most High, man. Like, this is not a game.
Yeah.
Seriously.
See how we link everything together to the scriptures?
Yeah.
Golden Dome, underground cities.
Right.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Right there, man.
Yeah.
It's right there because the prophet saw the future already.
Yeah.
And we're telling you the future. We can see the future.
That's right. That's right, brother.
You know what I'm saying? We the real futurists.
Yep.
We're the real futures, right?
Yeah.
The fuck? And our songs ain't whack. Our lyrics ain't whack.
Right.
Nigga got some tight ass beats. Lyrics be all right. What the fuck? Anyhow, so Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken.
Yeah.
The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
And that's why the other nations are waking up to the fact, like, wait the fuck, hold up. Nah. And that's why they starting to sever tie with America now.
Yeah, man.
And now they starting to go against America. Change of view, all that stuff is going on right now against America. Yo, America's not that big bully no more.
Nah.
You can start to see, like the last 10 years, the Lord has slowly but surely removed the strength and power of Esau Edom. They have one have the influence all over the earth. Not no more. The other country are stepping up like, hell nah. They, what China did the other day. If you want to test us, shoot it down with flower Israel. And guess what happened? Nobody tested China.
Yeah.
See? So America ain't got that influence over the earth no more.
Yeah, you're right.
What China did, they would do that shit 10, 20 years ago, man, that shit got shot out the sky.
Right.
And you can see, even through the economic system, man, you see a lot of these other nations are breaking away from the dollar and creating their own currency called BRICS.
Yep.
So what does that tell you right there, man? All right, the so-called America's losing its grip when it comes to power, man.
Yeah.
And it's happened right before our eyes through prophecy.
Yep.
Okay?
The Lord doing that, man.
Yeah.
The Lord is stripping Esau's strength.
That's right.
All right. Hey, it's steady. You know, once you go up to the heaven, you shall basically
Shall bring
fall
you down. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was gradually, right? Cause you saw how it went down morally. People started to get desensitized. People, all these things started to happen, and now look where we're at in 2025.
Right.
It's a different state of condition than people was before 1970.
Yep. I got it.
So that should show you the Lord. That's evidence right there that the plates have been brought down.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?"
Right. The heaven talking about his power. All right. Not talking about up in the physical heaven. All right. But Esau have been brought down low. All right. Read again.
Explain the Lucifer thing for the hell,
That's
indoctrinated motherfuckers out there.
Right. "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning?"
Right. Lucifer is talking about the adversary, Esau Edom.
Right.
All right. And he's basically being brought down low. All right.
Right.
They talk about getting kicked out of heaven.
Yep.
You people have a misconception.
Misunderstanding.
Like how the Lord, how the Father, all spirit, allow something that He had created to go up against Him, and come on, man,
Yeah.
that y'all are diminishing the power of the Heavenly Father. And basically, y'all don't have the ability to understand the Lord. Right? He don't want you to understand Him.
Right, because the Christians will read that that's dealing with the spiritual demon Satan. That's not what it is.
No.
That's dealing with Esau Edom, him being on the height of his power, dealing with the elites, Illuminati, because the word Lucifer there means light bearer.
Right.
Here you go.
All right.
Right, which he ain't the true light bearer, because the light he's putting out is a false light.
Right.
All right. That's why the whole world is covered in darkness. All right, but he try to put you as light, but it's darkness and wickedness.
There you go.
Yep. "How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations?"
There you go.
So he's weakening the nations what? Through lie, deception,
Debt.
through robbery, debt.
Yeah.
Hey, I just read what Nigeria just paid a final debt to the IMF. That's another way the nation get weakened to the International Monetary Fund.
Yeah.
All right, which they loan out billions of dollars for it. It's absolutely impossible to pay back. But hey, Nigeria finally paid it back.
Yeah, and to answer what the brother read in that scripture, go to the book of Revelation and say he should be loosened for a season.
Right.
All right, to what? To deceive the nations,
Yep.
man. So that's why the nations were weakened, because the devil was his blessing, man.
Yep. Well, those central banks that was set up by the Rothschilds in different nations.
Right, brother.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how they start to weaken the nations through debt and everything else that comes along with it, man. It starts off with the monetary gain over the different nations, especially America, because the money system is not backed by anything.
Right.
So they put the different countries and everybody in debt. You all right? So that makes you an economic slave until you die. You know? When you come in and when you go out, you got a birth certificate. When you come in, and you got a death certificate.
Right.
When you go.
Yeah.
The fuck? That's how they start about weakening the nations. Put them in poverty. Then they control all the natural resources. That's how you weaken a nation, man. Yep. It says, but thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. You mentioned earlier.
Their mind that they're gonna get into heaven and rule. All right. Hey, like Elysium.
Yeah,
all right, they're gonna think they heaven. All right. Everybody on earth, the peasant, the lower class. All right. That's his dream for the new world order. All right, but it's not gonna work. All right. It could be totally unsuccessful. All right. The Lord gonna intervene and destroy this motherfucker, man.
Right.
Rightfully so.
Right, because his whole thought process is he's going to leave the atmosphere of this earth, and the earth is surrounded with a firmament, a radiation belt, and I'm just going to leave it like that, a firmament, so no one is escaping. No one is escaping, man. I would ascend into heaven, and you said this place started to decline morally, and that's when they really start those space excavations during the 60s, right? The Russians, they're all Edomites in the United States, but the United States never went to the moon. So that's when the place really started to decline. It was in the 60s, man. You know? It says, for thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God, which is the Israelites. All right? I will sit also upon the mountain of the congregation in the sides of the earth.
Basically, he want to rule over the people, man.
He
want to rule over Israel. That's one of the main reasons why he want to set up the New World Order through the implementation of the MOTB and put it in a perpetual slavery. But that ain't gonna fucking happen though, man. They're gonna be set up to use to judge our people, but our people are gonna be put into a perpetual slavery. All right.
It says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. He did that. He's up there in the heavens. With his airplanes and all that stuff.
Satellites.
But he can't leave the earth.
Nope.
I will be like the Most High. Ain't no fucking way. He'll be like Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Because the Most High is the Father of spirits. So you can't create spirits, man. You can't create a planet. You can't create a sun. You cannot create a moon, motherfucker. Like what? The hell no, you're not. The Most High put that in your spirit so you can fulfill prophecy. You can't create animals. That's where you try that whole gene splicing and all that, and that shit don't last. All right? The creation already been set and it was good. You're part of the Most High creation. So prophecy can be fulfilled. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. Here we are, 2025, and a lot of people still believe that there is a hell. That's another thing, we gotta constantly keep going over. All right? Brought down to hell, meaning they're gonna be brought down out of their power into their demise. All right? They're going into slavery, they're going into captivity. Hell is not a place that you burn forever underneath the earth when you die. That's a cunningly devised fable. When you go into the New Testament, the different Greek words you'll find there, Hades is one of them, Gehenna is another one, and there's another one I'm forgetting right now. But it does not mean where you burn forever. All right? So we deal with Gehenna. It was a place outside Jerusalem where you burn trash. All right? We say when you burn trash and you dump filth over there. I can't remember, but it also means destruction. So when you say brought the Valley of Hinnom, the Valley of Hinnom. So when they're brought down to hell, he's gonna be brought down to his destruction. It's figuratively speaking, man. But yeah, you got a certain Israelite group. Sick of these niggas, man. Talking about some fucking hell. And talking about some Jesus Christ, man.
Talking about a condition.
A condition that's played out on the earth.
Right.
That's what it means, man.
Put your ass down to the ground.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. It says, "Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit." So as the Most High take them out of power, they're gonna be put when they're in slavery. They're gonna be placed in pits in our kingdom. All right. That's how they're gonna live, in pits, man. Because they're animals.
Right.
They're all fucking animals.
That's right.
And I hate them.
Filthy animals.
They that shall see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, "Is this the man?" Like, holy shit.
This motherfucker had it.
This mother effer, this vagabond,
Right.
this Neanderthal had all his power. You see that? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the Lord gonna bring him, take him back to that cave dwelling Neanderthal state, that
Yeah.
wild man state.
Yeah, bro.
All right, and you can see it. Like, when you look at them, that's why they got to keep themselves groomed up.
Yeah.
You know, because they become very hairy.
Yeah.
You know, they so disassociated from life itself. Like, what? You know, that's the wicked.
Yeah.
No sense of humor. You know,
Right.
everything about them is awkward, man.
Right.
You see?
You just look at this society. Look how the so-called upkeep of this place. This place is fucking filthy, man.
Yeah.
Filthy as hell.
Trash, man.
All right, they that shall see thee, dealing with Israel, the other nations, shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, "Is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Yeah.
That that did shake kingdoms?"
Yeah. Hey, but we gotta understand.
What?
Yeah.
Come on, there's nuclear bombs and all that.
Yeah.
There's bombings, there's world wars,
Yeah.
especially the atomic bombs. That's how you shook up the whole. Everybody saw that, man.
Yeah, bro.
You're like, holy shit. All right, if you were a leader of a nation, you were like, what the hell are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Then they send the agents in there, you're gonna bow down.
Right.
You can't go against them. People bow down at one particular point, went along with his agenda.
Right.
To a certain point of generations, people start waking up
Yeah.
to combat this shit, man.
Right.
You see? Starting up with the prophets that made the world as a wilderness. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Deforestation is going on, pollution is going on. The water system is polluted.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
It was anti-life.
Anti-life. And destroy the cities thereof. Hiroshima, Nagasaki.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Iraq got destroyed, Baghdad, all types of
Maybe
that's
all-
what we've been doing. Europe was totally destroyed at one point, different parts of Europe during World War II.
Yep.
All right? Is this the man that made the earth to tremble and did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened out the house of his prisoners? All the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, everyone in his own house. Right? So eventually these nations gonna get back their land and all that stuff. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden under feet. So that's the only nation, right? That's not only granted repentance. So eventually they got to serve their captivity, and they're gonna be wiped off the face of the earth, man.
Right.
Good.
Edomites.
Good.
Right to the soul, man.
The
They got
reign of the Edomites will be soon over, man.
Good.
Right.
Yeah, that was it, bro.
Yeah, you got to precept or we go back to what is it, 11? 10 verse?
Yep, this is back in Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 10. It says, "Thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, it shall also come to pass that at that same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought."
Right, like I said earlier, all right? The Lord can put in his mind, come to do these things, come against America. All right, just a mental upon America. All right,
And thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. I will go to them in our rest.
like I said earlier, America got unwalled buildings. That's why this whole Golden Dome missile defense system is pointless. All right, because it's not going to stop the missiles from coming. All right, because we know probably they're otherwise. All right, but it's probably going to lead to what? The lake of fire for the ultimate judgment. So the defense system ain't gonna do shit to stop the missile from Russia. Especially the technology, the capability that Russia have would actually be a missile. All right, nothing can touch it, nothing can stop the missile coming. All right, they got hyper supersonic missiles, all the things that they've been blessed with by the Lord, some of these technologies will probably destroy America. Go ahead.
I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely, all of them dwelling without walls.
And America think they're in a safe place. All right, they think the Marine, the Coast Guard, the Army gonna save America from the onslaught to come. All right, not realizing this place could be invaded. All right, this place could be totally invaded from all sides or all fronts. Go ahead.
It says, and having neither bars nor gates to take a spoil and to take a prey, to turn thine hand upon the desolate places that are now inhabited, and upon the people that are gathered out of the nations, which have gotten cattle and goods that dwell in the midst of the land.
Right, all the places will be destroyed in the midst of this land. Man. All the stuff that's here in this land, America will be destroyed.
It says, Sheba, the land.
That's it on that. Yeah, go to Joel chapter 2. All right? The missile to come, the system ain't gonna stop the missile coming. All right?
It's Joel, 2nd chapter, verse 1.
Chapter 15. Right? Oh,
got it? Yeah. Okay. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound an alarm.
Right, that's what we're doing. We're sounding the alarm. All right? To warn our people what's to come. All right? And our people have to know what's coming here to America. All right, part of the problem. All right, but only the elect are gonna take heed to the alarm. They're gonna take heed to the trumpet. Go ahead.
The sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
Right, people should be scared. Like, this is not a light thing that we're talking about. Missile, thermonuclear missile comes here to America. That's not a light thing that just like disregard or dismiss. Yeah. All right, this is a heavy time we're coming to. All right, we talk about the jumping. We gotta take this shit very serious. All right, but the rest of the people, they just help. They gotta have cancer. You know, get out of here. Decade with these people. Still ain't gonna have no food. Still ain't gonna have no fucking hope.
Yeah, elect we gonna be frightened as well.
Yeah.
We get it twisted, shit.
Yeah.
But we got hope.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We got hope and salvation.
Yeah. We gonna be scared too, man. Like,
That's right there to the very end, man.
Yeah, it says the righteous shall scarcely be saved.
Right.
Those type of scriptures will humble your ass for you tough guys out there and all that. You know what I'm saying? Thinking it's about Jake got that main character demon on him. I know you ain't shed one blood for Israel. I mean, how wish I did that. That's right. So you gotta be humble as much as you can in the hopes of making it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't to tear each other down, none of that shit. You got a demon on you. You know, open rebuke is a must.
Yeah.
If you gotta get cussed out, you gotta get cussed out, but it's out of love, man. Like, yo, you tripping, bro, but you gotta hear this rebuke. Right. And that's that. Hey, brother, man, get your shit together, man. Right. You know, I'm open like hell, I make it too.
Yeah. Right.
You know, and that's that. You gotta keep it, real as hell in this thing, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to be a hypocrite at all.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, take the rebuke of the brotherhood.
Yeah, man. Some dudes have no power and maliciousness, and they might have something against you.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Like you're exempt, man. What the fuck is coming?
Right.
Right.
The like fuck? You already know.
Yeah.
Like you already know you're gonna make it, bro.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
Shit. Man, it's not cool, man.
Gotta make it help the fear of the Lord.
Yeah.
For the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand.
It's nigh at hand. Alright? This shit going to have to within months. Months. You know, that could be 20 months, 12 months, 24 months. But hey, we know it's there. We maintaining a hate of the day of the Lord. Now we do know that. Alright, when they talk about 30 years, 5 years down the line, we talk about within months. Alright? These things go down. You already see what's happening out there in so-called Middle East? Those shit can go down very, very soon. That's why I say it's nigh at hand. all right, according to this time that we in. It's nigh at hand. All right? But hey, like Mr. said, as they was drinking and eating like in the day of Noah, here's the mirror, and then the destruction come in. So that could be the part of these people. But us, the men that our eyes have been opened, all right, the children of the day, all right, the children of the light, we see these things coming. All right? Like the brother said, we're the real futuristic. And we can see the future clearly. All right? We can see the missile coming over here being shot off. Go ahead.
A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness.
Right, it makes me dark, bad time that's coming upon this place, man. All right? Dark, evil time. Like a time like never before, ever. In recorded history, we're about to come down here in America and about to all these fucking charts. Go ahead.
Right. As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever like.
Right. Like I said, like this time that we're about to come into ain't gonna happen before. Go ahead.
Neither shall be any more after it.
Right, it ain't gonna happen again. And the future, why? Because the future will be what? The kingdom of heaven will be established. There'll be no more war, there'll be just peace. All right? So that's why it's not gonna happen again.
And it's showing you that's a specific time right there, man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because for it to say this is a time that's not none is like this time, that's a specific time, meaning that we're approaching that time, man. You know, because you know they Jacob's trouble, that's part of that, man.
Right.
The great tribulation, the hour of temptation, or that's a specific time. That's the time that we're approaching, man.
Yes, sir.
A day of clouds and of thick darkness, as the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, they have not been ever like, neither shall be any more after it.
Right.
Even to the years of many generations.
Right. Even down the road, like brother said, this could be a pinpoint in time in history that's gonna go down, and we're approaching it very near. There could be that window, a time period that's gonna happen. All right, taking trouble, and then the thermonuclear missile gonna be the end of that, man. All right, that gonna be the result of you people taking the MOTB. All right, the missile flying over here and being part in that judgment, the lake of fire.
And that's how we know it ain't gonna be another 1,000 years, or you know what I'm saying? These guys come on, that's another 1,000 years from now. No, man,
Yeah.
what we seeing right now, the Lord is showing that we in these times, man.
Right.
But the brothers going into the capability of these nations that has all these weapons that the Lord's putting His Spirit on them to develop in order for this place to be destroyed. That shows you that we in them times, man. Right? Because years back they didn't have this capability, man. Look at all this technology. You think all this is just here for people to be caught up in all this bullshit out here? No, the Lord brought all this out to fulfill prophecy, man.
Right.
You know, like with the internet, you know, to bring this word out, for the word to go out throughout the four corners of the earth. Right. You know, because the apostles and elders, they didn't get on those ships and sail to this place, go to this place, to raise brothers up. You know, the brothers seen the apostles and elders and the men on the YouTube, man, right, or whatever platform brothers came across this information.
Yeah, yeah.
And brothers, eventually the Spirit got on brothers to
The
go
Holy
out.
Spirit.
Right, the Holy Spirit, you know,
Right.
A fire devoureth before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
Right, and I talk about the missile coming over here, man. You got the fire that behind it is what? The propel system,
Rocket
the payload
propelled.
to bring the missile over here. All right, to bring them into the heaven. All right, and then the cat, and then the missile come down. All right, and that's another fire in front of it.
That's right. It's gonna be like Mr. the North Star, man.
Right.
It'll be like Mr. North Star. They were walking while this shit was flaming, man. Yeah, we had women carrying babies while they were melting at the same
Oh,
time.
that shit was crazy.
It's gonna be
Yeah, I was meaning to do a video on that. You just remind me, bro. I was like, what the fuck? I was my mind was fogged this morning. I was like, man, I need to do a show. What the fuck I need to do a show? You just reminded me, man.
Yeah, man. They were, you know, people getting melted left and right, man.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the result of nuclear missiles, man.
Right.
All right. Let's read.
Yep.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness.
Yeah, because America still have some beautiful part aspect to it, you know, besides these major city and whatnot. But guess what? Behind it would be what? A total destruction. All right, it's going to become a desert wilderness. All right, this is the after effect of the missile touching this place. That just proves that the Golden Dome missile defense is making a work effective. All right, you're gonna bypass all that. All right, and the Lord have to where chicken malfunction or fall out of the sky, or the angels that zap those shit. All right, in the heavens. All right, the Lord can do whatever He wants to allow these missiles to come through, but we know prophecy-wise, these missiles to come through and hit this place to burn this whole bishop. That we do know. All right,
the scripture says, "Thou art Babylon, thou art to be destroyed."
Right.
Yeah.
So the Lord knew from the beginning to end. He already had the playbook.
Yep.
Doesn't matter if you try to abstain the prophecy or not. It won't matter.
That's right.
Okay.
That's why it said, "Who may drive them away?"
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no, and the Lord's word don't go out void, man.
Exactly.
Everything that's spoken in this book is gonna come to pass, man.
Yeah, you think Isaiah 24 was written for no reason?
Right.
Talk about the demise of America and how it's going to be, man.
Yeah.
It's going to be a wilderness with desert creatures, man.
Right.
All right.
That was it, or I got.
Yeah, that's-
He got more.
I got,
Yeah.
oh,
You got
okay.
50 though?
Yeah, I got something to add on to the destruction.
Okay.
Yeah.
And nothing shall escape them.
Whew, nothing.
Nothing.
That show you, hey, they ain't no, if you ain't the elect, that's the only one that can escape out of this destruction. But outside of that, nothing can escape into the destruction of the Lord. All right, you ain't gonna be able to escape the thermonuclear destruction that can come upon America. All right, go ahead.
The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses.
Right, it's now going to the destruction of the missile. All right, the power that the missile exhibited. Okay, go ahead. Hey, I think about you have like horde power. All right, that's why they got hyper supersonic missiles. Because hey, the Lord put the prayer needs to make these missiles even faster and faster. All right, let the 30 minutes missile come here from America.
He said he's gonna make it speedy written. So
Exactly. Go ahead.
And as horsemen, so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains.
Right,
shall
not
they
talking
leap.
about horses literally running on top of mountains. We show you displays the height we been to climb, man. Right up into the heavens.
power.
Yeah, the power of it right.
Boy, you gonna hear that noise,
You also
breaking
hear
sound
noise, too.
barriers and all
Yeah.
that.
All that is basically describing what they can describe at that time, like the mountain, the height, the sound. That's what it's describing. You're gonna hear it, you're like, man, that motherfucker be high, you ain't gonna see it. That motherfucker come down super fast. Go ahead.
Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap, like the noise of a flame of fire that devour the stubble, as of strong people set in battle array.
Right, you're gonna hear all that, man. You're gonna see the whole land being destroyed, everybody being burnt up. Go ahead.
Before their face, the people shall be much pained. All faces shall gather blackness.
Yeah, look at that word blackness.
Yeah, man. People gonna be astonished.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's going on? No way.
fear, man.
Like that movie, The Knowing.
Yeah.
That's a perfect. You brothers saw that movie? Yeah. The end of it with that, the wave came.
The sun that was going to burn up there.
Yeah, which is depiction of the missiles.
Right.
Not the sun ain't gonna do that. It was depiction of the missiles and that nuclear shockwave that's gonna come through here, man. Yeah. It's all good.
Go to the meaning of blackness in the strong definitions. It will say glow as a noun of flush of anxiety.
Woohoo!
Blackness.
Yeah,
Anxiety. They're gonna get
Yeah.
They can be like
Panicking,
like
out of control.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know
They
what
be
the fuck
running.
to do,
They're
man.
gonna be running to nowhere. Where the fuck you gonna run to?
Right. You can't.
They just running like, where you running to?
Running to the goddamn sewer. Let's go to the sewer. They don't have no deep underground military bases,
Right.
man.
it's only for a selective few.
Right.
And that's them being out the country though.
Yeah.
That's it.
Those that got like fat ass Rick Ross, he gonna get buried in that shit. He's gonna get cooked alive with his fat ass. Yeah, with his fucking Wingstop chicken.
Oh, hey, just imagine you being underground, just like how they like cook like animal underground.
Right.
So just imagine all that thousands and millions of degrees of heat on top. That's it. You gonna turn into a fucking oven underground. You gonna get fucking cooked. It get cooked like a fat pig eating that ground.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah.
They shall run like mighty men.
Yeah.
They shall climb the wall like men of war, and they shall march everyone on his ways.
Right.
Or deal with the missiles.
Yeah.
And the formation, wherever
Right.
wherever they're going to land at.
Yep.
Yep.
And they shall not break their ranks.
Right. Yep. Like, but then they're not gonna they're gonna go in the form. They're not gonna veer off the path and not miss their target and intended to go to. All right. And fear to be upon the mental to come to this place.
Yeah, Esau
Right.
can't cancel that shit out.
No.
Can't. Because you got AI running everything.
Yeah.
No, that's created from Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai. He gonna control all that shit, man. All right.
Yep.
They're gonna say, like, they try to go on the computer and say deny.
Yeah.
Deny. So all right, let's go.
Keep
Never
going.
shall one thrust another.
Right. The minute they ain't gonna be bumping each other, they ain't gonna after they cross paths, none of that, man. They're gonna go to they're gonna be in a formation and hit their intended target that they meant to hit in America. All right, from the East Coast to West Coast, New York, LA, all these major cities. All right, all over America gonna be fucking touched by missiles.
Yeah.
And Esau can't do nothing, not a damn thing about it. All right, talking about the Golden Dome. Like he had so much hope and faith in that, man.
That's that pride.
Yeah. Hey, but hey, fire comes before destruction. Hey, the Lord will show you who the real badass is. Go ahead.
Never shall one thrust another. They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be.
Right, so there can be no anti-missile defense system that can be able to cut these missiles or destroy it. All right, Esau trying to have a laser point at the missile to try to deactivate and destroy it. None of that shit gonna work. All right, and like once you got that missile, nothing can detect it. All right, nothing can stop it. It's so damn fast. It can move around. It can go south, west, east. It can hover.
Yeah, man.
Before they hit its target, man. That just show you that the Lord put it on the mind.
Yeah.
Scientists to do these things.
Yeah, get that. Behold, I created a Smith. Where's that at?
Yeah,
Isaiah 54:16.
I got it. Because that's what I was thinking about. Yeah, then you was going, you had it on your list?
Yeah,
oh,
go get it.
okay. Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. So when you go to the word smith there, it's going to take you to a couple of definitions for people that like build weapons. Yeah. Back in artificer. Yep. But Esau is an artificer of destruction. Right. When you go more in depth with it.
Right.
Because back in the days, in the ancient days, get the metal and what I'm saying, the blacksmith. Yeah. Today you'd be like your armorer, person that work in the armory, that build weapons, build guns, and clean it, take care of it.
Yeah, like that movie on the
but
plating. What was it? Iron Fist. And he was a blacksmith, and he was making weapons of war and stuff.
Right.
Conan. Yeah.
So today those would be those nuclear physicists, nuclear scientists.
Right. Yep.
That blow the coals in the fire and bring it forth an instrument for his work. So in ancient days, they building that weapon. They got to put it in the water, blowing and all that stuff. All right, it's dealing with the nuclear missiles being created out of the atoms. And I've created the waster to destroy those nuclear bombs. All right, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, get real quick, Jeremiah 50. Jeremiah 50 and 25.
You see how in depth that is, man? Because a waster to destroy, what kind of instrument can be created to destroy, like totally annihilate a place?
Right.
Through those nuclear missiles, man. That's heavy. So the Most High created those missiles. Yep. What was that in Joel you was reading?
Yeah, Joel.
Yeah, that breaks it down there thoroughly. It's called his weapons of indignation.
That's right.
The fuck? Right. His weapons of indignation. Right. Indignation means righteous judgment, man.
Right.
Shit. That's scary.
Yeah.
The fuck? We just worms out here. It's just like was it that cartoon Invincible? We had to fight Conqueror
Oh,
When
yeah.
Conquest showed up,
Yeah.
he said, "Stand fast, you worm." I was like, "We worms, bro."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bow before me, you worm. Something like that. He said, man. Conquest. He was no joke. You see?
Yeah, that's right.
That's why the angels don't show up, man. A bunch of worms. Bunch of parasites. Fuck out of here, man.
Got that?
It's, Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 25. It says, "The Lord have opened his armory
Here it is. This
and
armory.
have brought forth the weapons of his indignation."
There it
That's
is.
the truth, but it's there. This is the
There it
Lord's
is.
weapon. He opened the weaponry, like, okay, you know, you look at your chat page, like, okay, they give it the ethos, like, okay, this is how I want you to build it. All right, this is the scripture that he just read. All right, it was a spiritual download they get, like the movie Oppenheimer. All right, you need to come with that shit. Only you have a vision and dream and shit.
Yeah.
Called crazy.
That's the Lord sealing those instructions.
Right.
It says, "The Lord hath opened his armory and brought forth the weapons of his indignation.
Yep.
For this is the work of the Lord."
This is the work of the Lord. He thought just a tool and a means to make these things. All right, to help us with profit.
Oh, watch out, brothers.
Yeah, because all those nuclear missiles that pound in this place and pound in other parts of the earth,
Right.
it's going to shake the earth to and fro like a trumpet,
Yeah.
man. Combined with the earthquakes and everything, man, it's going to be crazy, man.
Yeah.
None of them underground facilities going to survive that shit, man. None of that, man. And if they do, guess what? The men of the Lord that's going to have spiritual powers going to fish them elites out of there, man.
Yeah.
All right? Lord willing, that be us, man.
Right. It says, "For this is the work of the Lord Yahweh of hosts
Yep.
in the land of the Chaldeans."
Yeah. The Americans will be destroyed, man.
Yeah, I got something real quick.
Yeah.
This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse let me see, verse 10. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10 on down. All right? It says, "But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night."
Right, you're gonna come unaware.
Yep, totally
All right.
unexpected. But we gonna know.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be unexpected to us.
Right.
Right.
Everybody else out here, they don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Right.
In which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise.
Yeah.
Right?
Like
There-
missiles.
yeah, those are nuclear missiles going off, man.
Yeah.
Right? And the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Everything out here made of the elements. All these buildings, all these cars, human beings,
Yeah.
these trees, you know, made of the elements, going to melt
Yeah.
with extreme heat.
That's right.
Okay? It says, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up. He's not dealing with the whole entire earth.
Right.
This side of the earth.
Yeah.
But the due to the fact, this catastrophic event that's going to take place over here is going to cleanse the whole earth.
Yeah.
All right? It's gonna cleanse the earth. What else is going to, man,
Vitalize.
yeah, revitalize, refresh, man.
Yeah.
What the hell, man?
Yeah.
That's why you have a nuclear, reset, a nuclear winter and all that. It's gonna cleanse the earth.
Yeah.
All right, the earth shall abide forever.
Right.
It says, the earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up.
Burn up.
Burned up, man.
Yeah.
Right? So this is for us, verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved,
Right. So knowing that you all this will take place in the future.
right, real soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What manner of person you ought to be in all holy conversation and godliness.
All right. Basically,
like-
the spirit of poverty, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. What type of character? How you supposed to conduct yourself?
Yep.
Right.
Knowing these things. What are you supposed to
Right.
be doing, man?
Right.
Right.
That's what it's talking about, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Looking forward and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High. We're looking forward to this, man.
Yeah.
Hastening. We hate this place, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
When you,
Right.
in much wisdom is much grief.
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
when you totally figure it, like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is going on, man? We understand it through prophecy, but it's very repetitive. A hamster wheel, like, God damn,
Yeah, bro.
enough just to get by, and you know what I'm saying? Everything is just out of whack, bro.
Yeah, bro.
You know, it's a very pretend world. pretending to own something that ain't yours. You're paying bills, you're getting taxed. Like, come on, we were talking about it earlier.
Yeah, bro.
Dealing with women that been tampered with. You know what I'm saying? You got to deal with this man in hospital where he could kill you, your children, your woman.
Yeah.
The niggas will falsely diagnose you with things just to keep a revenue coming in so he can kill you. It's like, nah, damn.
That's right, bro.
We getting bathed in metals.
Yep.
The boiler you bathing yourself in is toxic. You know, it's a slow kill.
That's right, bro.
You know, there's so many things, you know, that's
right.
going on out here. You're like, what the fuck, man?
That's right, bro.
How long? So we hasten, we looking forward to this thing.
That's right, bro. That's why the Lord says, seek the kingdom first.
Right.
Seek the kingdom of heaven first. And all these things shall be added unto you, because everything in this society, like in Colossians 3, the third chapter, says, don't set your affections on things on the earth. Right. Instead, set your affections on things above, because all these things these people are attached to, they're getting ready to lose all these. All they're going to be burned up. So it's foolish to try to build something here, man.
Right.
Wherever you build, it says that Esau will build, but I will throw down.
Yeah.
So everything, you know, trying to build here, trying to have this mindset of this is going to be a sure thing. You know, you won't be able to, because that's what Jake thinks. That's why Jake always talking about that black excellent bullshit. Because Jake really believes they're going to get to a point where they're going to get in a situation where they're going to prosper and pass that down to their children. That's not going to happen here, man. We want to
Right. Exactly. All right. It says, and the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and elements shall melt with fervent heat.
Yep.
Nevertheless, we is the elect, according to his promise that was given all the way back to our forefather Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right. According to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, meaning it's going to be revitalized, refreshed. Back in the Most High planted a garden eastward in Eden. This whole earth, real name for the earth is Eden, paradise. It will be brought back to a paradise state. Right? Come on, man. Think about that. Fresh water. The soil is going to be at the top soil, man. Can't explain. Shit, man.
Earth at its full strength.
Earth will be back in its full strength.
Yeah.
Because the scriptures say the earth is dying on the inhabitants thereof. The earth, this planet, is a living organism. That's why it's able. That's why we got trees and shit, bro. It's alive. That's how life is able to be stored here. All right. So the Most High is the ultimate knowledge. There's a reason why we got trees. Why, brothers? If we have trees, what? Yeah. Because the trees, the trees will break down the carbon dioxide for us to have oxygen. Esau ain't come up with that shit. Yeah. Then you have a terminology, photosynthesis, which through that you're able to get glucose with sugar and all that. It's like one, bro. It all links up together. All right. So we dealing with learning in school. Biology.
Life.
Yeah. With the different cells and the cells. It's right there. That basic education. That's what the fuck you need.
Right, bro.
That's what you need. That is extra shit you gotta go pay for. But they're taking all that out of the schools now because they want you totally detached from life. You know?
Yeah, bro.
Nevertheless, we according to his promise look for new heavens and new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness.
Right.
So if we're looking for righteousness, right, in the new world to come, what the fuck we dealing with here? Pure wickedness, pure lawlessness, man.
Hell.
Right.
You in hell.
That's right, bro.
It's pure hell.
Hell yeah, bro.
Damn near every chick, bro, tattoos everywhere. Damn near every chick you see now, out of the north or the south, got tattoos. It's like, what the fuck? Damn near every woman you see now, bros. It wasn't like that.
Right.
It's getting worse, and they got multiple tattoos all over their body. You're like, what the fuck?
Very promiscuous.
And very, very promiscuous, man. That's why STDs, the HIV, It's at the all-time high right now, man. Mainly where a lot of the Southern Kingdom is at, man.
Yeah.
All right? That's just a fact. Jake is wicked as hell. Eyes full of adultery.
Yep.
You know, and then you let your woman walk outside like that. That ain't cool.
Yep.
Don't be with a woman. She want to dress accordingly. Why you with her, man? That's problems.
Yeah. That dude Papoose just he went on a live stream airing out that bitch Remy Mom.
Yeah.
How she was being behind the scene, and he said he called her committing adultery multiple times, man. You know, but he said he didn't say nothing about it, you know, because he moved on. But he said, you know, the reason why he brought her up is she mentioned his scenes or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, but that just goes to show you, because Papoose he ain't no bum, you know.
Yeah.
But that just goes to show you that Jake that got a little money here, that got a little
Some type of intellect. He's a cool cat.
You know.
Everybody like Papoose.
Right.
Never heard nothing crazy about him.
Yeah.
Growing up, you know, in the hip hop scene or the street scene.
Right.
That was a dope ass dude.
Yeah.
He can't hold on a bitch dealing with the black hyena. You know? So
Yeah, he did all that shit. He pretty much gave his power to her, man.
yeah.
Look what happens.
Look what happened.
With the scripture, you know what that happens?
Yep.
You be a servant unto them. That's what happens.
That's what happens,
So
man.
he learned the hard way, man. You know, but hey, it's a good thing. He out of that bitch.
Yeah.
Talk about.
She been a thought, man.
Yeah, bro.
New York bitch. Stay the hell away from the black woman, especially from New York, man. Timberland wearing boots ass, yo son. Them bitches, man. We went to high school and middle school with these bitches.
Yeah.
They ain't shit. You know? Because he's big on that black love shit. There's nothing, you know, wrong with that. You know, dealing with, you know, Judah dealing with Judas, whatever.
Right.
A lot of them, they gone, bro.
Yeah.
And the northern woman, the same thing. They gone, bro.
You know.
So us knowing this truth, what you should be doing? You know what I'm saying? Fearing the Most High and keeping His commandments.
Right. Yep.
Can't be, even motherfuckers online telling you not to be chasing these women and all that shit.
Yeah.
Because it's just you're burning in the flesh, bro. You just want to get your rocks off.
Right.
You don't love her. You want to get your shit off, bro.
Right.
Majority of these women nowadays ain't bringing nothing to the table.
Right.
It's a bad investment.
Yeah, it's not wise.
Right.
Nothing but drama, and you double leg tick down the bitch. Still ain't shutting up, man. Call the cops on you. I did that shit, man. I said, what? I faked the child. I was like, what balloons? What the fuck you talking to, man? I said, I'm playing with you, bitch. It ain't worth it, bro.
Chihuahua, man.
Nigga, I'm fucking Chihuahua. It ain't worth it, man. You want to, you know, my knuckles pretty hard, man. Fighting and shit and body hard, and I ain't gonna right cross a bitch, might put her in a fucking coma. So I double leg tick down the bitch one time. That shit, I was like, I'm done with this shit, man. You can't tame them, man. One jab, I might hit a motherfucker one jab, this shit swole up. I was like, man, if I hit a chick, man, shit. Game over. The brothers train, man. We ain't no fucking, you know, not every brother, but you know, certain brothers get into that shit. So we know our strengths. So I was like, hey, bitch, you know, stop who the fuck you talking to? That's why it ain't worth it here, man.
Right. Scripture right here. It's 1 Corinthians, the 7th chapter, verse 27. Right? Brothers, man.
Yeah, it's serious, man.
Take heed to this scripture.
Because you think we just out here, brothers up in age a little bit, we just look young. You know? The little brother that's on that brother's, you know, I don't put the brother age out there. That brother's shit, that's an older brother. Yeah. You know? Got brothers up in age. We're your older brothers, man. Then you got the elders, they up in age, man.
Yeah.
You got the bishops and elders, man.
Right now.
We tell you some real shit, because we got the experience in this thing called life.
That's right.
And one of the biggest call it obstacles a man deals with is that woman.
Yeah.
Our ancestors dealt with that shit, man. It's all throughout the scriptures. You know? The Lord didn't put the situation with Samson, the strongest man on the planet at that time.
Right.
Got taken out by a woman, man.
Yeah, man. There you go.
So ain't nobody exempt. King Solomon, the wisest king ever, had 700 wives, 300 concubines. You see, he found none of them hoes that was righteous, man. Not one. You're not exempt, man. You think
Right.
they player and all that shit. Nah, bro. Just your turn. Enjoy that shit, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Go ahead.
Here's 1 Corinthians 7:27. Art thou bound unto a wife?
Yep.
Seek not to be loose.
So you in a situation out here. You're in the truth. You got a woman. You got to stick it out until Hey, otherwise, with Satan creeping there and you got different levels of it, you might have to cut loose, or whatever, or she might commit adultery. But in the meantime, you gotta stick with it, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, because you won't have trouble in the flesh. Go ahead.
Okay. Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loose. Art thou loose from a wife?
And that's a lot of brothers. Don't have a woman. Go ahead.
Seek not a wife.
Seek not, bro. Fuck that. Because majority of them, they're not wife material. They haven't been groomed to be wives here. They've been groomed to be what the fuck you see on social media. That's the mind state of them. That's what you're dealing with, bro. Ain't no fucking in between. Especially today. Come on, man. They got all types of men on their fucking social media and their phones. They're just looking for the best option for them. What's our best option? To fear the Most High and keep His commandments. Brother, yeah. Everything else is whatever.
Right.
If I got time, all right, we go, But nowadays, brothers ain't got time like that. I sure don't.
And you gonna go through some burning page like thoughts.
Yeah.
Damn, I want a companion and everything. But you're gonna get a quick reminder of how these women operate, man. And he's like, you know what? Nah. That's why I say, if you lose my wife, seek not to marry, man. You already went through the shit. Why go back?
Why go back?
Right.
What?
We all learned the hard way, man. You know what I'm saying?
Love you dumb shit.
Yeah.
That shit ain't real, son.
Right.
It's just you.
Shit.
Yep.
Powers in the man is you, bro.
Yep.
But us elect gonna have women that's gonna make it with us. Whatever the Lord got, that's the elect women.
Yeah.
Outside that, that's just that hole over there,
Be
bro.
content with you having Babylon. Be content.
Hey, we ain't missing out, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, one last thing, like a lot of men is under the illusion, I'm gonna go overseas to get a woman and all that, which is cool. You go overseas and do your thing, but a woman is a woman, period, bro.
Right.
They have been programmed a certain way, bro. You might find a little something more nicer or whatever, but they're still a woman, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And guess what? We still under Esau's rulership, man.
Yep.
You understand what I'm saying? You might have better quality as women that cook, clean and shit like that. Yeah, they're there, but they still a woman, bro.
Right.
Fuck. That's it. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
That's it on that.
I got something.
That's Joel too. You got a picture?
Yep. It's 1 Thessalonians chapter 5, verse 1. It says, but of the times and the seasons ready, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
Right, basically, I ain't gotta remind you this. You should already know this. You should already know that the Lord about to come to the night. So, yeah.
Right, like the brother said, like we the elect not gonna be called for it.
Right.
Because the elect is gonna be watching. That's why the Lord said, watch as well as pray. Watch for what? The signs, man. So look what the hell is going on. So you can stay in the loop, so you know that we in a time. So when all these things take place, you're not gonna be called for. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them.
Right. You talking about, everything be all right, everything be okay. Don't trust you, man. Cause you know what come right after that. Destruction come. Hell about to come.
Yeah.
All right, hell about to break all.
Yeah.
All right, and the destruction gonna come.
Yeah, how do you think everything is cool and you in a society, you gotta work past 8 hours, man?
Right.
Get up in the morning, say you get up, you gotta be at work at 5. You coming off work, it's damn near 5, 6 o'clock already.
Right.
That ain't cool, man.
Right.
You barely have time for yourself, your children, or your woman and shit.
Right.
So you might have to, eat some food and take a poop, and you going to sleep, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
Right, bro.
That's not quality of life, man.
Nah, bro.
That's right, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Day after day, same
Yeah.
shit. Day after day, you gotta do the same thing over and over.
And give you an illusion you're not working hard enough and you're lazy. Like, what the fuck? I just did like 13 hours. How the fuck you say I'm lazy, nigga? I'm falling asleep. Sometimes I be falling asleep behind the wheel, man.
Yeah, I'll be at work like.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. I was like, yo, I gotta stop. You know, I'm not gonna condone that, but sometimes you gotta drink that. Some of the energy drinks, man, to get you right back up. Like, oh shit. Like, fuck, man. Yeah, like, yo, this shit is crazy. Fuck, man.
Yeah, bro.
This is not natural. This is not normal, bro.
Oh, yeah, bro.
The hell?
I remember like 10 years ago, people were at least a little more vibrant. Now, if you go to work,
Everybody's dead.
everybody's like, they done, they over.
Everybody's done.
They just mentally, yeah, they there, they physically there, but
Mentally gone.
Like they're barely getting the bump on their wages, and you see constant inflation going up.
Yeah.
So it's hard, you know, to meet
keep
your
up.
needs.
Yeah.
Keep up. Now they begging for overtime on certain jobs and stuff. And now since Trump put that bill in and passed, that you won't be taxed the overtime. Watch these corporations not going to give you the overtime.
Yeah.
Yep.
We know the
You know,
tricks,
that's
man.
how it is. Because those companies, they gotta pay extra. They get
Yes.
taxed.
Yes.
That's how that shit works. It's one big illusion.
Yeah, bro.
They get taxed. Some motherfucker at my job broke it down, man. And I was like, that makes sense. Because they end up losing money like that.
Yeah.
You know, and then you work for a big company, they gotta, it's tough running a business in America, bro.
Yeah.
You gotta know what you're doing, bro. It's crazy. You know, it's crazy, man. Watch out, bro.
And now for order for these corporations to save money, we spoke about this 6 months ago. Now we got email, right? And not only UPS, but having it everybody. It's called announcing a voluntary separation offer.
Man,
It's called delayed layoffs, man. Now they offering employees with the highest seniority a package where you can separate.
yeah, for you to retire.
There you go.
They're trying to offload the
They're trying to
payroll.
save money, man.
Yeah, man.
It's going to happen everywhere. What's going to lead to what? The universal basic income, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
It's over. Ain't no peace and safety.
That's right.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be okay. No, the system cannot be fixed. It's based upon debt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's in with Habakkuk. You know, laden with thick clay.
Yep.
That's debt, bro. And it's keep increasing. You know? All goes back to when they set up these central banks in different countries, man. The United States government been infiltrated, man. People just don't know how this thing was actually started.
Yeah.
You know? The so-called forefathers were pretty basic, man. The ones that happened to them.
Yeah, the establishment of the Federal Reserve, that's 1930.
Right. Way back. They're not gonna teach you that in school.
Well, right.
You gotta figure that out.
Yep.
On your own, you're like, holy shit. What the hell?
Somebody tell you.
Yeah, you're not knowing what. So you in the quagmire, stressed out. You know, you got bills, you got a baby mother, she don't know shit. So all you do is talk. Juanita, remember dead presidents? Choke the bitch out. You just don't know. You just don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? She just running her mouth. Or that one little skit. Top ramen. Goddamn tired of top ramen. Mexican chick. You see what I'm saying? She fucking broke, bro. I'm tired of top ramen. I'm tired of top ramen. You top ramen and shit. And you push him. Ow! She overreact, man. He hit me, I'm having seizures. Yeah, women get stressed out, bro. It's because they don't understand where the fuck they at.
Man, that added more stress to the man. That's
Yeah.
They don't understand it, man.
Yeah. Constantly. Yeah.
We're really their comfort.
Yeah.
Us.
Yeah.
We're your comfort, man, to the max.
Right.
That's the weaker vessel.
Yeah.
You gotta constantly come behind them. You know what I'm saying? Like, all day. I just explained this to you a couple months ago. You're already back in the spirit again.
Yeah. Truly the weak vessel,
You
yeah.
gotta keep,
feeding their faith, so to speak.
Yeah, but
like
that shows to tell you right there, the propaganda what Esau pushes out,
Yeah.
that the woman is the backbone. No, it's not, man. The men carry more weight than anybody
Yeah.
here, man, on the earth, man.
Real talk.
Come on, man.
For us men of the Lord, you get tired of that shit.
Tired of it, man.
Like, man, I'm out of here. This bitch ain't gonna be saved, man.
Cut her
Don't
off,
save
man.
her. She don't want to be saved. No, I'm out of here, man. Fuck that, bro. I'm dealing with this. And that's what the apostle said it years ago. When everybody has their own. Apostle Paul said it. Has their own. What he said. Has their own.
Their own salvation.
Nah, when he talking about the woman, where every man has their own. I forgot the word he used. Anyhow, you know, hey, it's better to be by yourself, man. You know, it's better to be by yourself.
I read it earlier.
But after that he said but every man has their own something.
Have their own wife. Let every man have their own wife.
Yeah, yeah.
And every
Something.
woman have her own
Husband, but there's something else. It's all good. Everybody, pretty much saying everybody's journey is different.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody got their own lot.
Yeah, everybody own lot. Yeah. So you don't know.
Right.
You don't
So,
know.
you know, we're not talking shit over here. We're talking through experience.
Experience, man.
Right.
Like, God
Right.
damn.
We
The,
went through
the
it.
rent be paid and the lights on. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Still yeah.
Like, what the hell, man? We fucking broke. Everybody's broke.
Right.
What the fuck? Everybody, man, I want a house so we gonna be more in debt. You know how that shit works? They be running their mouth.
Yeah.
Cause they got a friend, a job taking jabs. I got a house, so I stay with my husband, do this. But this nigga is under heavy surveillance by his woman. Bitch got cameras in the house, he don't even know. That's what they be doing. To trap you up, to take the house.
Yeah. That's why
That's what they do.
I sent you that video.
Yeah. They want to emasculate you,
Yeah, that's
man.
the whole point.
Nothing is ever good enough. That's when a lot of men walk around. I gotta ask my wife. What? I see it with my own eyes.
I've seen it too. I've seen it too.
Bro, oh man, when I visited New York, like last summer or 2 summers ago, one of my female cousins got married to a close family member. He used to be vibrant as hell. When I saw this nigga, I was like, yo, cousin Dave, what's up? Nigga couldn't really give me a proper, couldn't give me one of these, man. Like, what's up, man? You know what I'm saying? Ah, none of those, bro. He give me one of this. What's up, man? I was like, you done. And I looked at her, she smiled. I was like, oh, she fucked him up, man. I was like, holy shit, man.
Captain.
You know, you see a family member a long time, you get one of those, like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Done, bro. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Totally emasculated, bro. So that shit is real. Totally emasculated. He's just sitting there in the zone, man. Not interacting, not drinking. I'm drinking, talking shit. Yeah, man. Nigga just sitting there. I'm like, damn. I said, that's why I'm single. I said it. So that's why I'm gonna stay single, goddammit.
Right.
Fuck y'all motherfuckers.
He was told Rock 25.
Right,
23.
right.
A wicked woman abated the courage.
There it is.
Make it in heavy countenance. And
That's right. Yo, they'll tell you you can't drink. You're limited to one drink. That's true, bro. You should be doing this, doing that. So you're being emasculated. You can't be yourself. Right. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, bro. They're demons.
Woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, making weak hands and feeble knees.
Man, weak-minded, man. Extremely weak-minded.
You don't back him up and everything. You're going through that. It's going to feel like, damn, you down on my team, everybody's going to be like,
Which that was your role from the beginning. You're meant to be a aid, help me. And that's in Genesis.
Yeah, so they see you vibrant. They demons see a vibrant man. They looking at you and shit like, what's up with him? They want to see what you on and shit. Like, get the fuck away from me, man.
Yeah, there was a video on social media. They had like all these like different clips of dudes, like family gatherings, the woman, kids all happy. Dudes like, commit suicide a day later, commit suicide a week later. Like it's not happening no more.
Yeah. Or the dude will kill the whole family.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's real, man.
It's not a game.
yeah, man, you gotta be like Wolverine. They're trying to come in some man, fuck off.
Yeah.
But I ain't saying like that, but
Yeah, man.
you'll peep that game real quick. You got
Yeah, man. why that brotherhood, brother mentioned, is very important.
That's right. Yeah.
Real brothers. It's gonna hold you down. Make sure you don't fall into that shit like, man, you tripping, bro. You know? Yeah, that was Eve, black woman. So that's a very, very serious topic. Some of us got to go through it to really get the thorough understanding of it. You're like, hell no, man, this sucks. This is a crappy deal. I'd rather follow the Lord and keep His commandments. That's a crappy deal on this side, man. You're not a man of the Lord. You know? Go ahead.
It's back in 1 Thessalonians 5:3. It says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Why you not gonna escape the hell of the come, man? See, ain't no escape to all the shit that's about to come down the pipe, man. You what he thought about to come with the Lord about to come with the judgment and all that, ain't no escaping this shit.
Yeah.
You gotta be totally protected by the Lord. Alright? Outside of that, you're a done deal.
Yeah.
If you ain't protected by the fear of your heart about outside, you is a done deal out here.
That's right.
Alright? The Lord will take you out by any way, by any means necessary.
Yeah. And only the people out here in this world, the average person in the world, they're under that false perception of that peace and safety. Because they think everything is going to go back to how it was before. And people, and a lot, like what brother was going into earlier, a lot of people are starting to see that shit ain't how it used to be, man. You know, a lot of people are starting to see that America's done, man.
Yeah.
You know, because you can just look throughout the decades at how this society, how vibrant this place was compared to now. And it's totally different, man. You know, like all these so-called holidays, people not really celebrating these holidays like that no more. You know, you don't really have family gatherings like that no more.
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? Because we coming into the time of the end. You know, the love of many shall wax cold. So even family members, you got family members taking each other out.
Yeah.
You know, so that's just another example of the Lord just showing that this place is done. It's a wrap.
That's right. Yeah. Even it was a trend recently on TikTok about how Vegas is fucking dead.
Hell yeah, hallelujah, man.
Sin City.
Right. I hate that place,
but
man.
That place at one point in time, you was popping, man.
Yep.
Right.
But now it's getting to the point where people are complaining about the high prices for everything, parking, all
Right.
Yeah.
Everything is high now. Ain't nobody going over there to enjoy themselves.
Hell no.
Right.
There's no benefits in that shit.
Right.
The package deal is over.
Yeah,
It's
bro.
been a crappy deal going to Vegas, in my humble opinion.
Yep.
Been like, yo, this shit is stupid, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
'Cause you gotta have money, like real money, to really enjoy yourself there.
Yeah, bro.
You know? To live a pretend weekend. I was in a luxurious hotel. How much that shit cost? $1,000 some change.
Yeah, bro.
You know, up. The fuck? This would be in that so-called luxurious hotel to go gamble. What the fuck? And it's hot as hell. So you're not gonna be walking the strip and during the daytime. So you're gonna be in the fucking lobby area. You're gonna be drinking all day. Like, come on, man. I'd rather go overseas somewhere. Since it's Brazil or some shit, you really get to, you know, go down to Mexico. You know, that shit always been an overhyped place to me, personally, man.
I agree.
Yeah, because it never made sense. Everywhere you go, every store, liquor store, there's a machine there for you to gamble. So that's demonic, bro. Every store you go to, there's a machine when you walking in. There's another machine in the back of the gas station for you to sit there and just waste your money, bro. And you ain't winning shit. You might almost did it to keep you going. Oh, you almost did it, try again. You ain't get shit. They can bring you some fucking drinks. They see you sitting there like, God damn, wasting $500. What the fuck? Now you're depressed. You know? You ain't get no fucking pussy. You know? Long drive home. Mad as fuck. What happened in Sin City stays in Sin City. Yeah, you broke. You're stuck there now. Yeah. Now you stuck, man. Lord got brothers out there condemning that shit, man.
That's right.
Punk ass shit, man.
Yeah, that's a major part.
That's a major part. Lord got a men of Lord out there.
Yeah.
Damn that bullshit, man.
Right.
That's why it's done.
Yep.
The man of the Lord is out there, man.
That's right, bro. That's
That
right.
shit was crazy. Even in the world, you went there. I was like, man, this shit don't make sense. Wasting, went there one weekend, wasting like $2 grand on nothing. Yeah, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the hell I do?
Yeah.
I said, I looked at my color. What the fuck?
Yeah, bro. You know.
Oh, everything is overpriced.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all these major cities, like from New York to LA, all these places. Like there's, because back in the day, you used to see people out and about. You don't see that no more. You know, unless they tourists. You know, but even tourists, they just all they doing is walking around looking at shit. They ain't buying nothing. You know. So all that allure, that shit. Even people from other countries, when they watch the videos, if people that do them walk through these cities, they show you how shitty some of these the downtown. You look at how fucked up America. They show the real America. They show you the real state of the people here, man. How foul and filthy this fucking place is. And people can't believe it. You see the comment, oh my God, this is America. What the fuck? You know? That's part of that exposure too. Yep. All right, this is back in 1 Thessalonians 5:4. It says, but ye brethren are not in darkness.
Yep.
Right, we're not oblivious to what's going on.
Ignorant
We're totally
state.
aware of what's going on.
Yep.
This drunken state, this lost state.
Yep.
You see motherfuckers out here homeless, messed up, like damn.
Yeah.
You know?
Hopeless.
Hopeless, man.
Yep. And all of them that were trusting the system, man. Because a lot of Jakes, if you talk to some of these homeless individuals, you will be amazed. A lot of them, they had some high level jobs. You know, some of them, you know, and then so a lot of them are former military. You know,
Yeah, that.
you know, you hear them sometimes. You know, lawyers might put spirit on them to tell you like shit that happened to them in their life. You sit there listening like,
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah,
You know?
some of those vets, the Iraqi war, Afghanistan war, the suicide rate went up, man. They don't talk about that.
Yeah.
A lot of Jake and the Army and the Marines be off of themselves because you join the military. A lot of us joined young, right? Who's never part of society, anyways.
Right.
So you come back to a society that you don't fucking know, trying to operate in. It doesn't function to you, man.
Right.
So it's like, so you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The Lord ain't with you, especially you're a hardened combat vet.
Right.
You was out there catching bodies, man.
Yeah.
You can't really operate that well. Some people are able to, you know, the Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Like that one guy, the Ranger, he giving all them stories and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know, he's able to operate.
Yeah.
A lot of us can't operate, especially those Vietnam vets.
Oh man.
I saw this one video. A couple of them came back. I just decided to live in the forest, man. They just want to live away from everybody. They got so accustomed to the jungle lifestyle,
Right.
they start living out there in the jungles,
Right.
in the States and wherever the fuck they from. So it's like, I'm at peace out here, man. You know? Stuck on this fictitious ass life.
Right.
Come back and subject to this bullshit. They get totally disrespected and shitted on. You know? Yeah, brother.
Skipping on the street and shit.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you go ahead, brother.
Just backing up. 1 Thessalonians 5:4.
You got a full house
But
today,
ye
man.
brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief.
Right. Basically, we're not oblivious to the fact that we're the thing that can come upon the earth, and they're going to overtake us and cut us like with pride. All right? We should be well aware of what's going on. All right? Why? Because we have stand on our watch and look for the pride. Just like on the outside, we talk to the disciples back to the poor, is like, these are the things to look out for. And that makes us aware of in the light. And we're aware we're very aware of what's going on. All right, in the world, looking for the property. So when he do come, they can be by surprise.
You got that garment?
Yep. He
You
was
got that
supposed to come
garment,
back
bro?
all the time.
Yep. Right. It says, ye are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night.
Right, so the light being basically be awakened to ultimate light, how much shall shine. Right, the outside is the ultimate light. Typically, light of every man that comes into the world. Right. spirit is the truth. All right, go ahead.
That's right. It says, nor of darkness, therefore let us not sleep as do others.
Right, don't let us be in the world.
Yeah, the
These people in
ignorant
the world
state.
are asleep. They don't know who they are. They don't know what the fuck is going on. They don't know what the future beholds. All right, they don't know that salvation is waiting for the elect of Israel. They don't know Esau about to be destroyed. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing.
Right.
All they know is the front of social media and the court world. That's all they know.
Yep.
All right, these fucking Instagram models and they all that's all they know. All right, they don't have no moral or spiritual society. All right, they're very short-sighted out there.
Right. Right. That's basically saying, you know, like it's going to pay attention to watching.
Yeah.
Because when you asleep, you're not watching nothing. You just out. You knock the fuck out. You're unconscious. You know, you're not alert. So that's what it's basically what the scripture is saying, man. Pay attention. Stay on your watch.
Correct.
All right. It says, for they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken in the night.
Right, basically being caught up in the world with all these different education, philosophy, don't know what the fuck going on. They get drunk and they caught up in the nighttime.
Right.
All right, it's like it to be at night after the feeding of it.
Right.
All right.
So you entrenched in the world. You know, you're always in that spirit of being out there in the midst of this world. You might have individuals out here. They got a club demon on them. They got to go to the club all the goddamn time. Yeah. And literally go out there and get intoxicated. And then a lot of them they get so fucked up that they don't even have nobody to take them home. So they'll call an Uber or somebody call an Uber for them, and they'll be so fucked up that they'll vomit in somebody else's car, right? You know, and you don't know. And that's not a good thing to be in somebody else's car in that state. Because you don't know you're not conscious of what's going on around you, man.
A lot of women get kidnapped.
Yeah.
Get kidnapped, raped, all that type of stuff. That happens.
Yeah.
They buy themselves drunk, by themselves at night.
Dressing all provocative,
Right.
got their titty ass all out. Who's driving like,
Right.
what kind of wet that thing?
It says, but let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love.
Basically be aware of what's going on. Not getting caught up in the fear of this life, this society. All right, and having faith in these scriptures and how about y'all shop.
Being alert.
Places to kills. Places to kills, man. Out here, we're in this dangerous. This is a dangerous place, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're targets, man. So
Yeah.
you gotta be on the alert, man. You can't be out here just heading the clouds, heading the phone, especially out and about, man. You're on the freeway, that as well. Of course, you can listen to the music, but always, keep your head on that swivel, look around, anything can happen, man. We're not safe here. We're just covered under the blood of the Lamb, so.
Yeah. Right, bro. It says, and for an helmet, the hope of salvation. That's the hope. That's the hope that the world that's to come. Our hope ain't here. That's why Jake is on it, man. That's why they lose. They hope is in this place, man. Which this place has no hope. Because this place is getting ready to be wiped the fuck out. Right. Okay? Everything that they so-called work hard for, they break their neck, break their back, blood, sweat, and tears, it's all gonna be for naught, man. Right? Because everything, think about it, we was brought here, we built this society up. Jake's still fighting for reparations.
What a joke.
But that goes to show you, here it is, we built this society, all these inventions Jake invented, and we still on the bottom, man. That should tell you something. We wasn't brought here to prosper, man. Right? Okay? How it is that all these years, Jake's done all these magnificent things, Jake is still on the bottom. You should register, look, maybe the Lord don't want us to prosper here, man. Right. And that's what we're telling you. The only reason why we're here is because we sin against the Lord. This is a punishment, man. It's not something the Lord said, the Lord won't punish us, but then He gonna bring us over here and we're gonna be prosperous. No. All right, it says, for the Most High have not appointed to us to wrath, but to obtain salvation.
Right.
That's the elect.
Get destroyed and get caught up in the shit out here. No, he appointed salvation for the elect.
Right.
And hey, Lord, we are the elect. That's why we say we're the hope of the elect.
Yeah.
Right. It could be finalized when you're on that ship, and you are the elect.
Yep.
That's why you have to maintain your faith to the very end, like the brother Rod said earlier. Because right till the spiritually be saved, man.
Right.
So you can put the fly, you still phone ain't how about your side, man.
Right.
Hey, and speaking of an eye,
Right.
hey, you up there.
Because all these things that's coming is the wrath of the Lord.
Right.
The anger of the Lord. That show you right there that the Lord is angry. Okay? Because when the Lord returns, he's going to be bringing a whole lot of destruction, man. The Lord's only coming back for a few. But it's gonna be way more, like it says in the Apocrypha, it's gonna be like a wave to a drop. You know, the wave representing all the people that's gonna be destroyed, man. That drop is representing the elect, right? You know, which is few in comparison, man. Very few. Yeah. That show you how much death is gonna be out here, man. Where he says, but to obtain salvation by our Lord Yahweh Shai Mashiach, died for us, that whether we wake or sleep, we should live Wherefore, comfort yourselves together and edify one another.
We come together. Are we all here at the end of the day for the event, right? We're not really getting comforted with those that are listening. Right. We're comforting one another. All right, talking about the apostle of Faith Millstone. All right, the day that they put up their everybody the block. Right. Everybody the block, and then we're everybody each other. Right. All right. We're bouncing off each other and comforting each other. Right. All right.
Yep. We're building each other up. Right. Because when that time comes, all hell breaks loose. These scriptures is going to have to be in our mind. Right. That's why it says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our time. Yep. So us, when you brothers come out here and we bring out this word, this is us building brothers up. So when that time comes, you know, these scriptures are embedded in you. So when all these things come upon you, all these troubles, all these things come upon us, we have the instructions in the scriptures to rely upon. To trust in the Lord, to call upon the Lord. The scriptures say in Psalms 91st chapter, because he hath known my name, he shall call and I will answer him. He in trouble, I will deliver him. You know what I'm saying? So all these things, that's what basically the Lord set up his men to do. Wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also you do.
Oh yeah, so that's on a daily. Yep. All right. Now it's become a daily thing to comfort each other and edify each other. Yeah. We all in the spirit of faith. All right, build each other up. All right. Read the last two verses, 10 and 11. Back to the destruction. Yes, sir.
Back to the destruction.
There's Joel 2, verse 10. And it reads, the earth shall quake before them, the heavens shall tremble, the sun and the moon shall be dark.
Right, the earth shall right, the scripture speaks about how this earth shall blow through and throw like a trumpet. That's why I said the earth is a trumpet. All right, so you can make a great
day of the Lord is great and very terrible. Who can abide it?
So we're going to abide the great destruction that's coming. All right? Nobody can be able to abide it. All right? You can be able to abide what to come. That's the Lord going to bring upon this place. All right? Like I keep on saying, this golden dome mental defenses ain't going to save nothing. All right? Ain't going to stop any mental come to this place. Okay? It's always been intended for America to be destroyed by fire and turned into a desert wilderness. All right?
I got the NLT.
Okay.
The Lord is at the head of the column. He leads them with a shout. This is his mighty army. And they follow his orders.
Right, that's talking about the missiles. All right? The missiles are part of the mighty army of the Lord. Okay? They're going to take command. That's what I said. The spirit going to be upon those missiles. All right? Go ahead.
The day of the Lord is awesome, terrible thing. Who can possibly survive?
See? So who could possibly survive the onslaught that can come by the surface of the missile? Nobody. All right? Go ahead.
Yep, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 16 verse 1. Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and
Right,
Syria.
Babylon, Asia, talking about America and Asia. All right, you know, certain parts of it are going to get touched. But the ultimate stage for destruction is America. All right, Babylon the Great. Go ahead.
Yep, it says, gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair, and that represents the mourning. You know, because we wear sackcloth, that's a low state.
16 and 13.
No, we're going to go to that point.
It says, gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair, and beware your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand.
Right, hey, the destruction at hand. All right, what's going to come, you're not going to be able to do anything to save yourself or your children. All right? You're going to have to know that the destruction will come, and you can be destroyed if you make it that far. All right? Because people still going to get taken out by the families, by the prejudices, by the soldiers of the truth. All right? But the ultimate pledge of judgment will be the missile. Okay?
It says, a sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back?
Right, who's going to turn what the Lord is going to send upon you? All right? Nobody can turn back what the Lord is going to initiate and send out force to kill. Right. Okay? The sword is an instrument to kill you. All right? It's to destroy and kill people. All right? So who's going to be able to send it back? Nobody. Right. You can't send it away. Oh, you don't go back to God. All right? The Lord is going to have it intended what they're going to do. That's right. That's why he said none of this possibly shall fail.
That's right. And in this case, that sword is the missile.
Okay.
It says, the sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? The fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues or sin.
Right, you can't be able to put out this fire. All right? Hey, 911, all that ain't going to be available in that time. See, the whole place could be on fire, so how they going to put this fire out? Nobody. All right?
Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble?
Right, these are all questions that the Lord poses you. All right, are you able to put off the what to come? Destruction, all right, the calamity, the hell, all right, the chaos, all right, also the destruction by fire. Are you able to put off these things? No, you're not able to. Go ahead.
It says, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when they have begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer?
Right, these missiles being shot off from other countries. Are they able to stop them coming? Donald Trump talked about the Golden Dome missile defenses. Are he able to stop these things to come? No, hell no. All right, go ahead.
Yep. All right. This is Psalm, the 7th chapter, verse 13. He have also prepared for him the instruments of death.
Woo!
He ordained his arrows against the persecutors.
Right, who's the persecutor? He saw Edom. All right, so guess what? He's going to be taken out the way by the arrow with the missile. The ICBM missile, the thermonuclear missile will be taken out. It's going to take out the persecutor. All right?
Well, it's back in 2nd Ezra 16:7. It says, May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord.
Right, you can't want the missile get shot off. It'll be no point to be like abort, abort, abort. Nah, none of that's gonna work, man. Nothing to be able to stop the missile that comes to America. Because America already have been sustained for a great judgment. All right, and that's by fire. The missile. Right here.
Yep. It says, the mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it?
Like I said, all these are questions. Go ahead.
He shall cast lightnings, and who shall not fear?
Right, you know, you get lightning strike here, you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Nobody just sit there and be like, okay, I'm chill. Nah, everybody fearing that time, man. Well, that was more the Lord gonna bring upon his plate. Go ahead.
He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? The earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, the sea.
They're gonna talk about the earthquake again. All right, the missile gonna do gonna cause a great earthquake on the earth. All right. That means the earth gonna be well through it for like a trumpet. And it said the foundation thereof. So the earth gonna split up, all that. All right. So we know the earth gonna be moved out of its place. All right. Go ahead.
The sea arises up with waves.
Tsunami. All right. Tsunami all taking place all over the place. All right. Wipe the certain part out by water. All right. Yep.
San Francisco.
Yeah, that's why that earthquake, if it happened, man.
Yeah.
San Diego.
Yeah, it's done. It's done out here, man.
All the coastal cities.
Pilgrims, indeed. All coastal cities. Out of here, man. That's Long Beach, all that shit. That's the ports. All that shit is out of here, man.
Crenshaw Mafia.
He took it all the way back. Destroy all that shit, man. Oh, bro. Yeah, man. Hey, these niggas gotta go, bro. This is a very satanic state, man. Extremely satanic, man. You know what I'm saying? It's because when you go into that whole volcanic eruption that's going on, if it happens, you know, in the Pacific Ocean, if that earthquake happens, that's a key strategic area where it's gonna hit from San Francisco. You know, San Francisco is satanic as hell. All the way down to the coastal cities, and Los Angeles, all the way down. That's it. That's it, man. Because you go to these beaches, in Los Angeles County, Orange County, beach houses. Who own them joints? Nobody be in that shit. Esau, they just be sitting there. Supposed to be packed with people, man. They just be sitting there, bro. Esau own that shit.
Private property.
Private property.
Yep, they go up to like Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
All on the coast, all those owned by like Oprah and the Zuckerberg. Big ass houses right there on the edge and all type of shit.
What the fuck? You can't even enjoy that.
Yeah, bro.
Right, it sits right on the San Andreas Fault.
Exactly. That's the point.
Right.
That's the point. All that shit gonna be destroyed. All that vain shit.
Yeah.
They buying up all them fucking properties. Nobody's occupying it.
Right.
That's why I was mad when the fires happened. And Ben Affleck lost it. Was a $10 million mansion? So what the fuck you do with a $10 million mansion?
Right.
What the hell? You got so many poor people in the streets, man. That's some vain ass shit, bro. Hey, that's what I'm saying. When the righteous, or when the wicked are in authority, people mourn. When the righteous in authority, people shall rejoice, right? Under King Solomon, right? In the scriptures, they didn't mention any nation that was poor, man. None. Under King Solomon rulership, nobody was poor, bro. All them nations that dwelled in those areas was on a great barter system. There was peace. Everybody was chilling, man, enjoying life. Think about that, man. There's no poor nation in the earth at that time, bro. But right now, we got all these nations that are poor and messed up. Yeah, like damn. Dirty ass water and shit. Like this nigga gotta go. You think our water system is bad? Take your ass down to India and shit, man. God damn. The Ganges River.
They so accustomed to it, they just have fun.
Yeah. So how the fuck?
Playing games and shit all in
There's trash all in that shit.
That's why we gotta beat the shit out of them. Set things right now.
Yeah.
It's us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. But we the problem. Like, hey, brother did a video, those series, the victim and the
Oh yeah, I saw that.
was victim and the what?
The villain.
And the villain, bro.
Yeah.
Golly. Think about that, man.
Yeah.
This nigga is playing the victim and the villain, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. Yeah.
High level deception.
High level deception, man.
Yeah. Now they trying to push that narrative they being oppressed.
Yeah.
You know?
Fuck. This man, bro. I just sit in my room, man. Truly, there's a higher power behind this, man. Wow, bro. Woo! What?
You know, it says, the earth quaketh, and the foundations thereof, the sea arises up with waves from the deep.
Hey, and that, hey, tsunami alert as well.
Yep.
Earthquake, that's earthquakes.
Yep.
Tsunami alert going on right now out here. So we hoping like hell.
Man.
Go.
The Lord just jack this shit up and that's it.
Yeah, bro.
California is done.
Yep.
Man of the Lord, we out of here, man. Think we staying here? We got places to go through the Holy Spirit, man.
Right.
Man on road.
Brothers gonna take us in. He's like, hey, yeah, we on our way, bro. However the Lord do it. Fuck this, man.
Hell yeah, bro.
So fuck, man.
So, yep, it says, the sea arises up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also.
Yeah, the fishes are trouble right now on the coastline from what beach is that? Venice Beach. That whole, yeah. You got fishes being washed up, whales being washed up. Huntington Beach. Yeah, that's unheard of.
Yeah, even the birds, the pelicans and stuff, they all sick.
See?
That same video was one of pelican flew up in I think an airport. And
Man.
they started having a seizure and they fucking died right
See?
there on the spot.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Come on, man. So you can play this victim and villain all you want. All gonna smash.
Yeah.
Edomites gonna get pulverized, man.
Right.
Y'all motherfuckers got some nerve.
Right.
That shit was sad.
Shit is sad. Because you're not following the natural ordinance of Yahweh Shem Yahushua has been set up. You've been rebellious since the Garden of Eden, all the way to Cain and Esau, and you became the Edomites. Wicked, degenerate nation, man. Ruling the earth. Man, bro, that's why when the kingdom comes, it's gonna be, oh my gosh, man.
Yeah, right?
Words cannot explain. That's what he said, eyes have not seen,
Here have not heard.
ears have not heard, because it's gonna be like, oh my, finally, man. Everything gonna be so refreshing. It's time to just relax, bro.
That's right. Yeah.
Just enjoy everything like that. Enjoy life.
That's right. Yeah. That's when we're gonna really appreciate
Yeah, man.
everything, man, because you know, Lord brought us low, man.
Man.
And this is
Woo.
society.
Shit. Damn.
Yeah,
Right now we're troubled on all sides.
Yeah.
The Apostle Paul said that.
But not perplexed.
But not all place.
Yeah, I just read on that because at end up we going to perplex, going to basically being stressed, basically being oppressed and distressed, you know, because we're not gonna be in that state,
Right.
you know, even all that shit going on because that wisdom and knowledge of our ability, that's what the people stabilize in no time. All right, the rest of the people ain't got that.
yeah.
That's why these people ain't got no hope. We got hope. That's another added stabilizer on top of wisdom and knowledge as well.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yep. It says, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also before the Lord, and before the glory of his power.
Yeah.
For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow.
Ultimately, you know, that's talking about a nuclear destruction. You only could equate what's going on right now, you know? How the earth is messed up. But ultimately, that's dealing with the nuclear destruction, man.
Yep.
That's the only thing that's left, man, for most side to start over.
Yep.
Start all over, man.
That's right. It says,
Because you got to remember the elect, it's mainly, yeah, well, the 144,000. We're gonna have everything like pretty much. We're gonna go back to that God state. Be like gods, because in the beginning we was helping Yahushua create this. Because all that information will be given back unto us to recreate things. That's how it's going to be. It's not going to be extinct. And we'll be able to bring it back. All them lies, all them animals, all that stuff. You know? Yeah. We'll help Yahushua create all this, man. You know? So all that information will be downloaded into us. Because we all linked, because Yahushua is likened to the vine, true vine, we on that vine. So we gonna have that same information. It'll be, I know, like a conduit, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Right. That same vibration, that same energy, that same intelligence, so to speak.
Like a hive.
Like a hive, yeah. We all gonna be connected.
Yeah, right.
So we all gonna be able to bring all that stuff back, you know? Just like the end of the movie Eternals.
Right.
They was all connected to that one, what they call it? Got the name of that Daniel. You know, if you saw the end of the movie when they was fighting against each other, huh? Yeah, the name of the guy was Arisham, but they stopped fighting. It was all like yeah, they was like combined into one.
There was a name for it.
Yeah, I forgot the name of it. Yeah. Yeah, but that's how we want to be, man.
Yeah.
That's New Jerusalem coming down.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, we all be on the same mind state, so to speak, man.
Of course.
One accord. Yeah, man.
Right, bro.
Gods, man. I don't know about, making sense.
Yeah, I understand.
They call it Unimind, bro.
Yeah,
Chaasad,
Unimind, something like that, yeah.
Which means one mind.
One mind, yeah. Yeah, bro. That's how we want to be. So that building is right now with the church, one body, one spirit.
Right.
So if you're not coming in the spirit, like, hey, man, that dude, I don't know about him.
Yeah.
This nigga,
It's not talking about a physical third temple. It's
Yeah.
about his legend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So it starts with the doctrine.
That's right. Exactly.
Come in any other way, you're like, man, what the fuck? This dude talking about, man.
Yeah.
That's why it's so imperative. Because, like, dealing the whole situation with hell, right? I don't want to get off topic. But in these red Bibles, right, in the back of it deals with the whole breakdown of hell.
Yeah.
So you prove that dude Nate is a fucking false prophet, man. Like, for real, it's called, in the back of it, it's called vital subjects, man. And one of the topics here is hell. You can read through that, man.
Yeah.
It goes to show you it deals with the word grave.
Yeah.
You know that? That's the whole section. Precepts, all that. That guy's a false prophet.
Yep. Right.
That's in the red Bible.
Yep.
I was just looking at the earlier. I said, wait a minute.
There you go. That's the man.
Man, bro.
Here's a line, bitch ass nigga.
You're that fucking frill nigga, man.
A lot of paper. Right. Yep. It was called a Unimind.
Unimind, yep. It's gonna be like that.
Yep. One mind.
One mind under Yahushua. That's what we're able to rebuild, reconstruct. Hey, remember like in the cartoon, Invincible, when that war happened with the Vultramites? The one that survived, the ones that survived was rebuilding, putting everything back together. That's how we're gonna be. You know? Imagine that.
Yeah. We all know what needs to be repaired and replaced.
Yeah. Some insight, man, how it's gonna be.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro. You got it.
It's back in 2nd Ezra 16 and 13. It says, "For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows."
Oh, you good, man? You all right?
Yeah, to the power, man. To the power of Yahweh time. Right here.
Yep. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp.
That could be the ITB of missile. That could be sharp with the hit is that intended target. Precise. All right. On target, on point, like a toothpick. All right. This bird of fruit at the golden dome, lift of the fifth, this is to be useless.
Useless.
Right. It says, "And shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world."
Yeah.
That's why I call it intercontinental
ballistic missile.
from one end to the other world. They're gonna cross different continents.
I said
Right.
one time I said intergalactic, Salakis, intercontinental
Yeah.
ballistic missile, man. Yeah, ICBM.
What?
Yeah, I'm shit. Early in the morning doing videos, sometimes you like, what the fuck I just said, man? Just be in the spirit, man. You like try to get it done, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Yep. That's true. That's prophecy right there, man. The mission that was created is all because of prophecy. You already went into the scientists being ordained by the Lord, all right, to make these missiles. Now read about how the Lord has controlled these missiles to come over here.
Right.
All right? Go ahead.
Right. It says, behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth.
Yep. Then they come upon the earth and what? Destroy this whole place. Now, we know the plague is only talking about the missiles, man.
Yeah. They say that ain't gonna happen again.
Right.
Just like when the Most High flooded the earth, what was the symbol he left? Brothers don't say, asking you brothers. What symbol did he leave to show that he's not gonna flood the earth again? What did he leave?
The rainbow.
The rainbow. That's it. Huh?
I thought you were putting that.
Oh no.
Hey, the covenant.
That's the covenant. Man, he's never gonna flood the earth again. That goes to show that the Most High is real.
It's everywhere. It's everywhere you go where there's water, it's the rainbow in it.
Yeah. See? Even that whistleblower said it, man. He said, God is real. The real God is the God of the Israelites, man. Said it, man. Can't get around that. Dealing with the chariots. He said they use a cloaking mechanism, man. He said it. They know that niggas is fucked. He said that they just popped up over the Russians, man, military base. Yeah. Yeah, I did a video on that shit, bro. See, that's why I like TikTok, man. Brothers don't like that shit. I be getting a lot of info. Yeah, but a new whistleblower came out. He had accidentally, quote unquote, ran some documentations about the chariots and Iron Deputies, about the Matrix and the Most High and the truth, you know?
That guy?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
It says, the fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth.
Right, it's talking about the earth, talking about America. All right, that's the fire that can consume this place. All right, go ahead.
Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer, return not backward.
Right, and the good thing gonna return back. They ain't gonna just start backpedaling back into the silo. Nah, they're gonna go and do what they gotta do and destroy this place.
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
Even so, the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again.
Right, this thing's not gonna happen again. All right.
It says, woe,
Stop at 18.
woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days?
And it's an interesting. He's like, damn, this is like, how I'm gonna get things out of that, man? Because road destruction, you're like, damn, all you think is, I'm gonna destroy this place. All right. But hey, you gotta maintain that. You can get out of that.
Shit.
You know, the angel is like, hey, you know,
Yeah.
it's just I'm showing you the future, what's gonna happen. All right.
And he
But
saw this.
He was like, damn.
Right. So he saw this during the BC time frame.
Right.
Thousands of years before, what we're about to witness now.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the impact it had.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because the type of stuff we, able to analyze, bring it to light. He wasn't able to what the fuck? He had to say an arrow. As strong as the right hand, that bend in the bow, however he broke it down, looked like some fucking arrow. It's the only terminology they had back then to break it down to what we know as a thermonuclear missile, man.
He saw some
To be shot,
things.
from the ends of the world.
Yeah.
So he was like seeing a preview to a movie.
Yeah.
That's not the best way you can describe it.
Right.
When you see the preview to a movie, it jumps around.
That's right.
That's what he was seeing. Because it started off with the missiles and destruction, then went to martial law, civil unrest. That's a fucking movie.
Yeah.
A preview to a movie.
That's right. That's right, bro.
Like, damn.
Yeah, that's right. So imagine seeing missiles coming down, especially from that time frame. You ain't seen nothing like that before.
Yeah.
You see all that, the destruction that that thing leads, and you're gonna be like,
Oh shit, son. Oh, it's me.
yeah.
Yeah, he was like, damn.
Yeah. Well, it says 18th verse. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
My only thing is I'm coming politically now is jump. All right, now they're talking about all the things that happen to them. All right, go ahead.
The beginning of famine and great death.
Right, people will be out here lack of food. All right, they how they're gonna pine away in their flesh. All right, all these things that take place out here, man. Like I said, you make the mental in, the Lord stay to you for that great justice. Go ahead.
It says, the beginning of wars and the power shall
You
stand.
know, war gonna break out. World War III. All right, you know that's gonna take place as well. All right, you know your house gonna come and intervene and destroy all that. Go ahead.
And the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evil.
Bad time gonna come. All right, we know about the Jacob trouble coming. All right, that's very true. Yeah.
Yep, it says, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Yeah, that's what people thought. Like, what y'all do when all these people come? All right, and we have been given an answer. All right, and that's what. Like Brother read earlier, the holy conversation. All right, be occupying the prophecy, be occupying the word. All right, meditate, like Brother said earlier, watch and pray. All right, watching for the prophecy and then praying that we make out of this place, man. Right. We pray that we receive mercy. Yep. All right, we pray that we attain salvation from the house side. So those are the things that we pray for, man. We pray for other brothers. All right, the maintain the straight and narrow path. Those are all the things that entail of watching and praying.
That's right, man. That's it. All we have is hope, man.
That's right, bro.
All we have is that prayer, man, that connection. You know? Pray without ceasing, man. Pray daily. That helps you fight those vain-ass, mortal, punk-ass thoughts, man.
That's right.
And be grateful and be thankful. In a way, way, way worse fucked up situation with no hope.
That's right,
You're just stuck there, man. You know?
Pray, Lord, for that mercy, man.
Yeah, pray for forgiveness.
We don't need that, man. When the time comes, that mercy from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man.
Right.
You know?
Because that's why it's imperative to forgive brothers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's Sirach, the 28th chapter. That's why I posted that.
Yeah.
Because we all need forgiveness.
Yep.
Because the Lord said, if you don't forgive your own, how the hell you expect me to forgive you of your sins?
Right.
And the demon be trying to get back in your head, like, man, get out of here, man.
Yeah.
Nah, man. No. Leave me alone.
That's right, brother.
Give that brother, man.
That's gonna be the beauty too, having those new bodies, because we ain't gonna
have them thoughts.
Some wicked ass thoughts. You know? We ain't gonna have to do all that, you know, because the Lord gonna make us perfect, man.
That's
you
it.
Know, we ain't gonna know what it's like to go off again, man. You know?
Yeah, so Ezra's at the end of that asked the question, who shall deliver me in those days?
Right.
So the brother mentioned how, you know, it's basically all about the Lord. We gotta trust in the Lord.
Right.
So this is Psalms 91. The heading of this reads, security of the one who trusts in the Lord.
Right.
Yeah.
It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
And where is that secret place? Right, where's that secret place, brothers? Right here. Where all the camps is at, the altars. It's in the open, but it's a secret. People are like, what the hell are these guys doing? What is going on? What, the 12 tribes?
Given unto us, but not to them. They was blind.
Yeah. But we in the open, bro. We not hiding. We not in the motherfucking building somewhere. Standing up in the building. The Lord said, nah, man, we outside. Right. Talking about we outside on the prophets. Moses outside. We outside, man.
Right.
For real, for real.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yep. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty.
Yep, that's the protection. Yep.
It says, I will say of the Lord Yahweh, my Hashem Yahushua, he is my refuge and my fortress.
Right. And that starts with that connection.
Yeah.
That spiritual connection, praying, fasting, do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Reading this word, you know, coming out here teaching, doing them shows, being a brother.
Yep.
Because the Yahushua narrowed it down, man, to love the Most High with all our heart, all thy soul, and to love thy neighbor as thyself. That's it. Once you cover those grounds, like, yo, what the hell? Yeah. Everything else, you know, should be easy, you know, but, you know, Jake got them hard heads, and, you know, everybody got their own obstacles and stuff, but it is what it is. You part of the elect, man, you're going to make it through. Go ahead.
It says, in my fortress, my God, in him will I trust.
Yep.
Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler.
And that's Esau. The snare is a trap, the father is a hunter. You know? That's Esau.
Yep.
All the traps, everything that's laid out in Babylon starts the valley of the shadow of death. Being out here is a regular Jake. Little nigga Jake, Spanish people Jake. He's trying about snares and traps in all corners. Right. All levels. You understand? The Lord ain't with you. You're going to get caught up. You're going to be discarded. You're going to be victimized, man. Right. You might become the victim of the circumstances, man. See? Ultimately, it's going to lead to what? The RFID chip. Missile. I mean, not the missile. The MOTD. That's the ultimate snare. Yup.
It says, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust.
And that starts right now. We're being covered with this word. You know? We've being covered. The scriptures say wisdom and knowledge shall be our stability. People out here unstable. The niggas smoking every motherfucker. Joe was smoking and shit. He's unstable. He's working like a motherfucker. He'll crash out any minute. Nigga depressed, bro. They got working crazy hours. He on the phone, his woman talking crazy. And that, you know, got no hope. Says starts right now, ultimately, the covering is from the missiles, man. We're gonna be beamed up. The twinkling of an eye.
Yeah. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler.
And what does shield and a buckler do for your protection? Your weapon in this warfare. In your mind, man. It's protecting your mind. You know, giving you insight. Able to read spirits and all that stuff, man. Catching, you know. You can really stop a shit from escalating. Or you gotta be bold in a certain situation to prevent that motherfucker try to, you know, do something to you. You never know. So you don't get caught up. You know? Be using wisdom to get out of situations. You know? Lot of Jake tripping about women. Most High is protecting you from these demons, man. You're being protected, bro. Like, yeah, it's not even worth it. Tripping about these demons, man.
That's right, bro.
Right?
Verse 5. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day.
Yep.
Once again, going back to those arrows.
Yep. Not be afraid of nuclear missiles, man.
Right.
Nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness.
Yeah, all types of. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah. That's all these different diseases.
Yeah.
That Esau plans on unleashing.
Right.
Yeah. Unexpectedly. We just had some concert, Shakira. Heard it on the radio, or heard it online. So it was a recent Shakira concert, and everybody that went, they gotta go check for measles now. A lot of people caught measles. You see? And a couple of years ago, I think it was that big festival they have every year, like Palm Springs. Coachella, motherfucker was getting some type of STD was going around out there. So I'm like, yo, that's a perfect ground for diseases, man, to break out. You got people all walks of life be going there, and then they go back to where they from, they spread it, and they continue to spread. I was like, damn, that's crazy. That's a war tactic, man.
To be around these people like that.
Yeah, and these crowds, They ain't wise, man. Go ahead.
Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the verse 6, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday.
Yep. at that point in time, the Most High bring that destruction, you're not gonna be afraid of that. Oh, and Job, what is it? Damn, it said famine, thou shalt laugh. In 6 troubles, he shall deliver thee. How the hell are we gonna be laughing in the famine? Do you know what a famine does? Goodness gracious. Shit, man. That's what's coming. Us, Jake, we all like to eat, man. We on front. I like to eat. I'm thinking about that when I get out of here. Give me something to eat. What am I gonna eat today? The fuck? Ain't gonna lie, man. To not have access to food like that? Oh my gosh. You know? Yeah, but that's the point. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna take care of us. But you imagine not having access to food, bro. Jeez. Yeah, they're gonna lead to cannibalism, all types of shit, man. But he's saying that serious, how serious that situation is. We're gonna have a humorous man. Yeah, man. We're gonna laugh, bro. Think about that, man. Are people around you suffering and starving? Help me. Fuck, bro. Pining away. Yeah.
It says 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand.
Ain't no fucking Jake. Right. I don't get all thugged out, how gangster you is, whatever. You never seen no death like that, man.
Not at all.
Not at all. You have some military cats probably saw some, you know, a good significance of death, but not like 10,000. Like, yo. As far as witnessing this shit, bro. Yeah, bro. That's so much death. That's just a number. It's gonna be way more than that.
Right.
That's what's coming.
In California, especially, it's very densely populated out here.
So if that earthquake happened, bro. Oh my God. Oh my God, bro.
That's a mass extinction and level event,
bro. Oh my goodness, man. I hope the Lord do that shit, man.
There's over 40 million people in the state of California.
We out of here, folks. Ain't no more GMS California. Yeah, we out of here. Like, what happened? Oh, we shit. Yeah, nobody out here, bro. Yep. Motherfucker become looking. Where are them guys at? Not here, man. Yep.
But it shall not come nigh thee.
That's the point. Yeah. That's the point. You will be witnessing these things, man. So the Lord is hardening us right now for all this stuff. Giving us the insight. Like, damn, bro. So you don't bug out. You know? Oh, like Jake that got deployed to the military and was able to get through a lot of things. They become hardened. A lot of motherfuckers come back not looking the same, you know? They don't have that youthful look anymore. You become hardened, bro. You know? That's why they call you veterans. You come hardened than the average Jake just going to a job and shit, you know? Even Jake that was totally gangster out, thugged out, they become hardened. They don't look the same. You know, that's what that element will do to you. You know? The Lord is hardening us for all this stuff that's to come, man.
Yeah, so, you know, hey, as far as the prophecy about the golden dome, not going to stop the missiles from coming. All right? So we're going to turn the space to eat. All praise to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shad, Ba'ashem Rakakadash.
Rock the Yahweh.
Rock the Yahweh.
Rock the Shad.
Rock the Shad.
Rock the Yahweh.
Rock the Yahweh.
Rock the Shad.
Rock the Shad.
The water.
The water.
The water.
The water.
The water.
The water.
Rock level ball.
Rock level ball.
Rock level ball.
Rock level ball.
All right, with that, shalom.
Shalom.
Remember that dream